fucking ball.
Marco!
The goons, man. The goons.
Type shit. Type shit, sir. Let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. Yes, I've got that finely chopped haircut yesterday. They cleaned it up yesterday. Yes, I got a fucking little. This has changed the game. I got an eyebrow razor from 7-Eleven where I can clean up all this. So even this is beautiful, and my eyes are popping and bold. My eyebrows, I mean, are popping and bold like never before. Yes. Yes, I gave my beard a little trimsy whimsy, and you know, last week I went and had them edge it up and look. Basically, I look like a. I'm very close to looking like a Roblox avatar right now, with the way with the way the lines are all chopped up, with the way they chopped me up real nice. What do I say to this? My fave vid ever. Here we go. I'm making Instagram story. I know, for a second channel stream. Who could have thunk it? Who could have absolutely thought you would have done this? What up, guys? It is the first time in a long time that I've done one of these streams on the second channel. Always Marco 2. Make some fucking noise for that.
Chocolate chip.
Yes. Yes. On my unmonetized channel. Why is it unmonetized? Because even though I have enough subscribers to be monetized, I don't... I think I don't have the watch time is what it is, or I haven't uploaded. You have to, I forget what it is. You have to upload like at least 3 videos within the last 6 months or something like that. I forget what the actual specific rule is, but we're here. We're here. Always Marco is here. You know, definitely trying to have a silly goose time and pay some bills. The only way to donate on this stream is using the whoop-de-whoop link in the description, the Streamlabs, because unmonetized, no super chat, no memberships. I mean, if you're a mod, that's the only sort of glory you can get in here. And those are becoming even more rare. I mean, when was the last time you see me give out a mod ship? You know? What up to everybody in the chat? Who'da thunk? We already hit the bag goal, so no bags tonight. It's a new day. There's a new bag goal. You know how it goes. Come on. That was then, this is now. That was a long, long time ago. That was 24 hours ago. Many things have happened in the last 24 hours. No, but in all seriousness, I am trying to... there's one thing I need before I can really finish my new Infiltrating a Pyramid Scheme video. And it is a teleprompter which attaches to the front of my camera. And I used to have one 2 years ago when I did my last Infiltrating a Pyramid Scheme video. I had one of these, and... basically, you have like an app where you load your script onto the app, and then your phone sort of goes inside the teleprompter like flat. Like pretend this circle is the camera lens. The phone goes like that, and then there's like the teleprompter is just like a angled mirror where it allows you to be looking into the camera, but you're seeing the words go up like this. The reason I need this is because the script is nearly 10,000 words. It might actually be 10,000 words. And in the past, in like the very, very early days, 2019, 2020, what I would do even 2021, when I recorded my Infiltrating a Pyramid Scheme videos, I would look at the paragraph on my laptop right here, and then I would look at the camera and I would say it. And then I would look back and I would look back and then I would look back. And it was very hard to not like have my eyes wander over here. And it also just took forever because I had to like look at this, read it, memorize it, the paragraph, then say it here without making any mistakes. It took hours to record a single Infiltrating a Pyramid Scheme video. Even as recently as 2021, my videos on I Am Academy. Did you know, would you believe me if I told you I didn't even own a camera at that time? I still only just had my iPhone 10 and my Logitech webcam. So what I did to film I Am Academy Part 1 and 2 was I borrowed a Blackmagic camera from my cousin Gabby, who worked at a like video production rental place, and he lent me the camera, and I called him before I shot the video, and I was like, okay, it's plugged in, like what are the settings I need to put on it? And that was how I shot those videos. So even up until like, you know, those videos all have like hundreds of thousands of views. So it's definitely possible to make do. with the bare minimum. But this is the biggest infiltrating a pyramid scheme video yet. It's the biggest script yet. And I don't think I would have been able to do the 2023 one without the teleprompter. I'm certainly not going to be able to do this one without the teleprompter. So they're quite affordable. They're like $40. It's not a huge deal. But that is the one. This is the first time in a long time that I've actually had like a gear-related stream goal. In the early days, that was all that it was. I was like, hey, my laptop only has like 2 gigabytes storage. I need to like go buy a new hard drive or buy an external drive. I was like trying to get a better camera, trying to get a better office chair, trying to get a better like desk. Now those things haven't been as much of an issue. You know, this computer, this M3 MacBook is powerful enough. But and actually, now that I think of it, I did buy a new camera lens less than a year ago, which was quite expensive. That was like $1,000 Canadian. Maybe no, it was like $800. It was a Zeiss wide lens. I see it right over there, which I bought specifically to film like vlog style videos and travel videos, and I only have really used them thus far to film videos from my Franz Lundquist, which if you go to his channel, you can see I'm in all of his videos, and I shot all of his videos. Let me see if I can pull up his channel here, put a link in the chat for y'all. Damn, 400 subscribers. Franz is going crazy. Yeah, even as recently as 13 days ago, he uploaded a video of us at the gun range. There's his channel. I just linked it in the description. I mean the chat. Thumbs up the ting.
Thumbs up the ting.
Thumbs up the ting, of course. Obama, what up? Where is it? Obama. So yeah, I didn't do a stream goal for that back when I bought it because I was like, I don't know why I didn't. I should have, but that was fucking expensive. So yeah, the teleprompter, I need to get that. It'll be delivered in one day if I buy it today, assuming I buy it today. And then and I'll be good to go. I'll be great to go, as a matter of fact. Specs, welcome all goons, welcome, yes. Specs flexing is being one of the only mods in here. Specs, Johnny Joseph, crazy. Seated and ready. What up, Snoopy Doo? Dropping video, question mark? Johnny likes edge up. Is this your way of saying you can't read? So true. Silent J, what up? I'm like Violent J. No, I'm like Silent Jane. Thank you. Bars. Such incredible bars. Thank you.
Thanks, Marco.
Today we're going to watch my favorite YouTube video ever. And before we watch my favorite YouTube video ever, we have to watch... I'm almost 30 years old, you know? Before we watch my favorite YouTube video ever... Oh my god, look at this. We have to first watch the video that preceded it. Oh my god, no way that there's... No way that people are dropping like 5-year retrospectives on this. That's so fucking funny to me. This girl's channel has a 5 years later. 5 years later of the Dramageddon. You can't make this shit up. Okay, so here we go. So this... I love it. I can't believe you've done this. Look at this. Internet drama of the century. Bye, sister. 5 years later. I need to watch that shit too. Bye, sister. A deep dive into the internet's biggest scandal. I fucking love it. I absolutely love it. How does this have 464,000 views? Answering your weirdest questions, featuring my sister and brother. And look at the ones in the thumbnail that are the supposed weirdest questions. How old are y'all? Do you have a boyfriend? Who the fuck is watching this? I've never even seen this channel before. Let's look at it. About to be a D1 hater right quick. Most popular. Why the fuck are people watching this? 3 million people watch this? And it's so random. What's the niche? First time playing FNAF. I fixed my car. I bought my first car. I upgraded my car. I tried to fix my car. God damn, son. Let me watch one. This is going to be a fucking ad, isn't there? Okay, good.
It was nice knowing you, brother.
Huh? Our rear recording camera.
So the first thing I did was disconnect the battery so I could remove the current hash,
And then we're gonna throw it into my car.
Fuck out of here. All right, we need to watch Bye Sister. Okay, let me give you a background. Let me give you the background. Why are we doing this? The reason we're doing this, Trey Tino is ready for this. The reason we are doing this is because No More Lies by James Charles is my favorite YouTube video, arguably ever. Arguably ever. Why is that? Because I think, you know, I grew up, my favorite rapper was 50 Cent. He's still one of my all-time faves, okay? Growing up, I ain't have much, I wanted a lot. I had paper for a hoopty, but I wanted a drop. So, you know, I had to make nothing out of something, like turn an empty spot into a crack spot jumping. Hustle hard, 19, I bought a Benz, I did. The older really wasn't feeling the kid. Try to run up in my crib so they could peep it and slid, but you can't. Come on now. No, try to run up in my crib so they could peep where I live, but you can't hustle. I peeped it and slid. Woo! Back then, ninjas used to call me boo. In something, I sold 1 million gold tops on. Bro, this is that old. You're like, I've never heard that song. Yeah, because it's from the oldest fucking 50 Cent mixtape that you have to download off like datpiff.com. You can't even, it's not even on Apple Music. It's not even on Spotify. Guess Who's Back mixtape by 50 Cent. Watch out. Anyways, 50 is one of my favorites, not just because of his music, which is, I'll admit, he's not the greatest rapper. What I love about 50 Cent is I love his ability to like stir up controversy, to always win beefs, to, I don't know, his charisma just shines through, especially on his old mixtapes. He has these little skits where like he'll do a song where it's like a hook, one verse, a hook, and then like a minute-long outro of him just being like, and then there's the echo on it. So he'll be like, yeah. It's 50 Cent, man. 50 Cent, man. 50 Cent, man. This, that new shit. And it'll be him doing this for like a minute on the end, but there's some of the shit he says on it are like my favorite moments. Like he has one song, I think the song is called I Gotta Win. This is, I believe, the song. And it's off of his 2008 mixtape called War Angel. You can't find it anywhere. Only I have this. And he has a bit at the end where he does like, it's a generic rap song about like success. And he's like, I'm a winner. Yeah, I gotta win. I got to win over again. So simple. 50 Cent is the king of doing the most simple flows over and over again. What I'm about to spoil all 50 Cent music for you. Next time you listen to 50 Cent, keep your ear open for this flow. Dro, mo, do, flow, ho, mo. He's used this rhyme scheme, not even a multi-syllable rhyme scheme, just the one syllable. Yeah, I'm coming through the dough. We got to get mo. She on the flow. He's rhymed mo, dro, flow, ho, do, bro more times than anybody on the planet Earth ever. That's a fact. So anyways, he does this generic song, and at the end, he's like, I love me. I wish I could run down to the Justice of Peace and marry me right now. You know, he has one great line on the song. I think the song is Position of Power from The Massacre, 2005. He says, I read somewhere, I'm homophobic, shit, go through the hood. There's mad ninjas on my dick. So crazy, you know? Anyways, why does this have anything to do with James Charles, a gay teenage makeup influencer more than a decade in the future? Because when 50 comes for you, God forbid, I don't know why I wore the anti-MLM shirt for the non-anti-MLM stream. It is what it is. When 50 Cent comes for his enemies, it's a fucking body bag. He leaves no mercy. There's no breathing room. When 50 Cent, I'm in my Lambo, maggot, my fofo, doors lift up, I'm like, go, gadget. Woo! Cause he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing. Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my heart, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. And hitters trying to take my life away. Many men. Anyways, when 50 comes for his enemies, think about when he had the beef with Fat Joe. This guy 50 Cent is a fucking psychopath. 50 Cent, Elephant. Y'all don't even know about this. 50 used to drop a mixtape every week. He has a mixtape called Elephant in the Sand because he, prior to this, he had the mixtape and the video game Blood in the Sand or Blood on the Sand. So when he started beefing with Fat Joe, he did a whole mixtape called Elephant in the Sand which was just an excuse to make the was totally just an excuse to make the artwork of his mixtape, like the front and back cover, these unflattering pictures of Fat Joe on the beach. What the fuck? Hold on. I see a dono here for $20, but it didn't pop up on the screen. Why that is? Maybe I need to go to the alert box and check. Oh, yes, I know why. Actually, I don't know why. Why is that? Alert box. Okay, here, go back. Stream OBS. Dono alert. Properties. Refresh cache. Dono goal. Properties. Refresh cache. Still nothing. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. But I see a donation, and it is from, drumroll please. No. What the fuck? Oh, I think, okay, here's what happened. Here's why I didn't show up. Number one smart guy. It was straight to PayPal. Shh, top secret. Somebody, some generous patron saint out there, dropped a dono straight to my PayPal, cut out all the middlemen, and just went, hey, shh, here go 2 mo for y'all. The LeBron clip of him inventing the deluxe album. Here go 2 mo for y'all. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if they want me to say who it is, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, you can use the fucking PayPal too. That's why I didn't show up on the Streamlabs, because they didn't use the Streamlabs link, because fuck them. So this guy 50 Cent is a psychopath. I think maybe 1 or 2 of the songs on this mixtape had even anything to do with actual Fat Joe. Okay? But of course he had to have an entire mixtape with a front and back cover. Mind you, this wasn't even like pressed. There was no even CD copies of this. It was all digital. But he still did that. When 50 Cent beefed, 50 Cent, Rick Ross beef. When 50 Cent beefed with Rick Ross, this guy 50 Cent allegedly leaked a sex tape of himself with Rick Ross's fucking baby mama. And then he released a vlog. 50 Cent, let me see if I can find this, matter of fact. Bro, this guy 50 Cent. 50 Cent shopping with Rick Ross. What do I even search? Here, 14 years ago, 500,000 views. This is very significant because YouTube 14 years ago was not like that. And also, look, when he was beefing with Floyd Mayweather at Floyd Mayweather's mansion with Rick Ross's son. Oh, no, sorry, this was before he beefed with Floyd Mayweather. They were still friends at this time. But he takes Rick Ross's son, oh my God, to Floyd Mayweather's house. And why is Diddy in this? Chill out. So look, 50 Cent takes Rick Ross baby mom's shopping in Taj Luxury Life Phantom. This guy was a fucking bully. Look, just watch this shit. Just watch this shit. Just a little vlog. 50 Cent had such a chokehold on the internet before it was even like the thing to do. He also had this whole sketch. He also had this whole sketch series called Pimpin' Curly, where he dressed up as like a 70s pimp and put on this voice, like this southern drawl, and was like making fun of Rick Ross. Then he had the song Officer Ricky about Rick Ross being a corrections officer. He somehow uncovered the truth about Rick Ross's past, that he had actually stolen his name from an actual, freeway with Rick Ross, like a legendary drug dealer. And then he found these photos of Rick Ross when he was like a corrections officer. See, this is young Rick Ross. It just totally exposed the facade of Rick Ross as like this gangster rapper, Strangely, it didn't actually seem to have long-term effects. I guess people were ready to accept that rappers were just performers for the most part. Except 50, of course. Even though 50 also took his name from a famous street dude who was called 50 Cent, and he wasn't actually shot 9 times. He was shot at 9 times, but I think only like 5 or 6 of them made impact. Not that that's not a lot of times to be fucking shot still, but you get me. What does this have to do with James Charles, the gay teenage makeup influencer? Well, my point is, What I learned from 50 Cent is that when you destroy your enemies, you destroy completely. And I'm sure he learned that from Robert Greene, 48 Laws of Power, whatever. When you destroy completely. 50 Cent would come out with the most harebrained schemes to expose his enemies. He would come out with the most, like, damning public smear campaign, lawsuit, diss track, whatever it was, and just destroy you. One thing 50 never does and has never done and probably never will do is apologize, is backpedal, is say I was wrong, is admit defeat. He's very similar to Trump in that way. Like Trump will never say that he did something wrong. Trump, there's those videos of Trump where they're like, "Oh, you're actually behind in the polls." And he's like, "The polls are wrong. They're wrong." And he's like, "No, we have it here." He's like, "It doesn't know. It's wrong." Just blatantly, just deny. 50 is kind of like that, except 50 also, I think he's a bit more genuine than that, let's just say. But with James Charles, even though this video is a gay teenage makeup influencer getting into internet drama about makeup and fucking vitamin gummies and whatever the, interpersonal, beef, even though it's so far removed from like a rap beef, I felt that the James Charles No More Lies video is almost like a 50 Cent level dissection of one's enemies, where you're bringing all the receipts, you're standing on business, and you're saying, "Oh yeah, it's up. Okay, let me show y'all what time it is." Wrong button. Let me show y'all what time it is. Let's catch this body right now. And I respect James Charles so much for this, because James Charles, by the way, I'm not making any personal judgments or statements about James Charles the person. I don't follow James Charles. I think I've probably seen just that video from James Charles. I might have seen one other video from James Charles in my life. I don't follow him on Instagram. I know nothing about him. I've heard he's had multiple controversies over the years, including now. And I'm purely talking about this isolated incident of No More Lies. That's purely what I'm talking about. I'm not saying he's a good guy. I don't know anything about it, so I'm not trying to have this age and be like, I'm not trying to have this age poorly and people be like, "Oh yeah, you defended James Charles." No, I'm not defending James Charles. This is purely contextually about the makeup beef from 6 years ago and his response to it. And we're talking about one YouTube video in isolation. Let's keep that in mind, okay? James Charles may very well be a terrible person. I don't know. 6 years ago, James Charles was, I'm looking at his wiki right now. It says he's 26 as of May 23rd. So he just turned 26. So at the time that this beef happened, he was 19 or 20. Okay? He was 19 or 20. Let me see when the video No More Lies came out. It came out May 19th, so shortly before his 20th birthday. So he was 19 years old. Woo! Let me show y'all how hard this is. When rappers, grown men with street backgrounds and, history in the streets, drug dealing, looting and shooting, and rootin' and tootin', when they get on songs and essentially write poems about each other over an instrumental where they're both going to get rich off of it, and they're, even if they did come into contact with each other in real life, their security teams would create a impenetrable blockade. That's one thing. Grown men writing songs about other grown men. When you have a bunch of grown adults, Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, Taddy Westbrook, all of these people creating, like, in the case of Taddy Westbrook, a long form video airing out all of the dirty laundry, like not a song for hype and sensationalism, like her own perspective where presumably everything she's saying is the truth, right? At least in her own point of view, in her opinion. You have an orchestrated campaign of all these grown fucking millionaires, adults, who are friends with this kid, all at the same time, an orchestrated, like, hit job trying to take him out. And a 19-year-old fucking kid who's literally a rich influencer is getting lambasted online, dragged online, losing subscribers. I remember James Charles lost like what 3 million fucking subscribers during this time. It was like one of the worst internet cancellations ever up until that point. Before it was discovered that every YouTuber was a fucking pedophile or whatever, and all these, you know, Destiny and Dr. Disrespect and all these people, all of a sudden, everyone gets exposed for talking to a fucking minor for some reason. It's like, bro, it's really not that hard. Hey, as a young man myself who is a rich famous celebrity, let me tell y'all motherfuckers, there's a plethora of beautiful women who are above the age of 18. Trust me. Why the fuck would you even want to talk to a 15-year-old, 13-year-old anyways? Have you ever met a fucking 13-year-old? I don't even want to, you know, even my fucking niece, my niece is 13 years old. I don't want to be, I can't even be around her for that long because, you know, they have attitudes. They're at that age where they're like, you know, attitude will just come out of nowhere. I don't even want to be around a fucking 13-year-old. Even when I was 13, I didn't want to talk to fucking 13-year-olds. I was like, man, these people fucking suck. Go talk to an adult, bro. Anyways, up until that point, this was like one of the biggest orchestrated cancellation attempts, all by people who had, I mean, I'm sure that the combined following of Taddy Westbrook, Jeffree Star, James, whatever his name was, Shane Dawson, I'm sure all of these people had a bigger collective following than James Charles, and it was easier to be on the side of the majority. Surely all of these people aren't lying about James Charles, right? And James Charles just came back. I remember he initially dropped like a apology video where you could tell it was like a knee-jerk reaction where he was like, let me see. Let's see how it started. So all these motherfuckers put out videos about James Charles apology. Here we go. Is it this one, holding myself accountable? No, that's even newer. Where's the one where he's like sitting on the bed and it's like filmed on his laptop webcam and he's like, I'm sorry and blah, blah. Oh, he has another one, an open conversation. Oh, shit. 3 years ago. Damn, this motherfucker stay in some controversy. Goddamn. Oh, here's the new drama. Ooh, this is the tea. Maria Eliana dropped a video. James Charles lied to Kayla Malik. Here's every single scandal. Ooh. I'm laughing at it because I think it's so fucking stupid that people even give a fuck about this. I'm just trying to drop I'm just trying to do a commentary about one video that I thought was a really good response to a orchestrated PR campaign to smear him. Here it is. James Charles weak apology video to Taddy and James Westbrook.
Hi all, James here.
See, this was the one where this was when he needed to. Man, if I was there, I would have said, James, don't fucking film this video. Don't put this out. You need to listen to Power of the Dollar right quick. You need to listen to Guess Who's Back mixtape real quick. Okay? Get in that zone. Get on that type of time. Get in that bag. All right? And fucking come out here. Let your fucking bandana hang out your pocket and pow, spin the block. That's what you need to do, James. But he dropped this first, and then it was only later that he realized, you know what? I'm gonna let my nuts hang and fucking let it fly on them.
And advice, and opportunities, and a place to stay, and a shoulder to cry on at 3 in the morning, and support when nobody else would or wanted to. And I'm so disappointed in myself that I...
Don't apologize to these motherfuckers, James Charles! You're James Charles! They want to bring you down, King. They want to bring you down. Don't let them. You're him. You're a superhero. Do your thing. All right, let me see what going. Okay, let me read your comments. Watching this randomly on Pride Month. Yeah, fucking Pride Month it up. Here, let me see. Unmonetized stream, Marco doing this for the love of the game. Stop it. You see me. Fuck out of here. Streamlabs link in the chat. Goddamn. Fine. I gotta manually copy paste it. I can't hit the button because we're on the second channel. Step in that ass, Larry. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let me read your comments. Soulja Boy, first rapper on the internet. True. when he told Floyd Mayweather to read a page of a Harry Potter book. So fucking funny. Red Rose, White Ceiling. Oh my god, that's the best. The Game. We need to do a whole stream talking about The Game, the rapper The Game. Also, your name is The. Don't start your name with The, you know? And also Game. What do you mean? What does that mean? The more you think about The Game's rap name, the less fucking sense it makes. Your name is The Game? Chill out. 50 Cent knowing about Diddy's sus activities when he dropped Window Shopper and saying at the start of the song, "The top feels so much better than the bottom," was diabolical chess. Ah, sneaky. I liked when 50 challenged. Yeah. Remember the time he made his personal assistant wax his butt at Coachella? I don't remember that. Apparently he snaps underage guys for armpits. What does that mean? Like takes pictures of them? I remember when this happened. My sister was super invested. I was invested. Watch Tatty So Dumb by Trisha Paytas. Let's go. James Charles is a terrible person. Also, he admitted he lied about products he was using and tagging the company so they would notice him. Finessing. He's finessing. He's a groomer. I'm not denying it. I'm not disagreeing. Ali says, I don't like to talk to teenagers. Even my 15-year-old sister, I keep it to a minimum. Yeah, leave me alone, you know? Leave me alone. If a 15-year-old girl DM'd me on Instagram right now and was like, hey, I'm 15, I'd be like, ugh, leave me the fuck alone, you know? Leave me alone. Wagwan. I took a full load is what this screamed. All right, okay, here, let me see. I just want to do a quick skim of this. This was 4 years ago, holding myself accountable.
Hello everyone, James Charles here, and today I'm going to be making a very important video about a very important topic. As many of you guys know, about 2 years ago now, I was involved with a very public online scandal in which some fellow YouTubers made some very serious accusations against me, and within the past couple of weeks, similar accusations are being made again, and I think it's very important.
Damn, this boy stay in some shit. He got the Wolverine haircut too, low-key. He got the Hugh Jackman X-Men 1 Wolverine haircut. Bro, this guy stay defending himself. Okay, see, this is a big fall from grace from the days of No More Lies. Now he's taking full accountability. It's crazy. All right, here, an open conversation. I hate when YouTubers do shit like this. I hate when YouTubers start videos where they're like, we need to have a talk. No, just say, motherfucker, this could have been an email.
Hi sisters, James Charles here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, wow, it feels so weird to say those words out loud. Oh my gosh, it has been a really, really long time since I've been down here in the makeup studio, but it feels really good to be sitting here today. I have missed you guys more than you could ever imagine. I hope you're enjoying your summer. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a very happy and beautiful
Me convincing my mom to stay 10 more minutes at my friend's house when she gets there. Donkey from Shrek explaining how he and Dragon managed to have babies. The ex that cheated on a girl 6 times trying to explain how he changed. Damn.
Pride Month, it kind of feels like the world is finally getting back to normal with all the vaccines and stuff. I got both my shots over the past
they're trying to brainwash me with the LGBTQ vaccine propaganda.
couple. Well, I really, but I also today to just be a super, super honest to try to just come
longest intro ever. Apologizing for
to
what?
People affected and also hold myself accountable for the role that I did play.
Damn, this motherfucker stay holding himself accountable. Goddamn. All right, well, I mean, isn't that what y'all want? When he do something wrong, hold himself accountable, and when he's actually got the drop on his enemies, spin the block. Wrong button. Spin the block. Okay. Let's see if I can just fucking quickly skim through this because I want to get straight into the shit of No More Lies.
James is here to do my bridal makeup, which is what I'm wearing right now. I just wanted to congratulate you on almost 1 million on Instagram. I want to say huge.
Forgive the low quality. This is a re-upload because she deleted it, which is also a bad sign. Oh, your hit piece. You had to delete your hit piece because you got exposed for lying? Let's see what Taddy Westbrook talking about right now on her active YouTube channel. Taddy Westbrook. The fuck you talking about? 8 million subscribers. Damn, she's still oh shit.
Hey guys, welcome.
91K, 117K, 100K, 200K. I remember she had a video with Jessica Alba. That's the one Taddy Westbrook video I've watched aside from the James Charles beef. There you go, Jessica. Taddy Westbrook getting, okay, approximately 100K on a video these days. James Charles, 24 million.
Hello.
Oh, shit. 884K, 747, 1.1 million. James Charles is that bitch to this day. Again, I'm not making any... I'm just totally making, like, the most surface level, like, assessment based on his views. Like, So fucking stupid, you know? Look at this clickbait ass thumbnail with the AI. I had to throw out all of my makeup. No, you didn't, James. No, you didn't. You know? Go ahead, James. All right, let's just see what the bitch saying.
Congratulations to James Charles. If you have not checked his channel out on YouTube and you want to be inspired, he's a freaking teenager and he's like a genius with makeup. James Charles is the face of their holiday collection, and I saw him do a really cool look, and it just made me want to try this palette. We are going to be taking a first look at the new Morphe palette. Hello.
I'm so scared.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. Like it?
It looks so worse. Do you like
I love it. Sorry, James, I'm on to another Morphe palette, but you guys can still use code James for 10% off this one. I'm the friend that's encouraging you guys to use code James for 10% off of saving. You can use anybody's code. Use, James's code. I'm wearing my sister's apparel.
In the grand scheme of it all, like, you have to really check in with yourself and really think about, like, is this really, like, a thing? Because if not, you're going to be sitting on the internet crying over vitamins when...
Do gay dudes do the voice on purpose? I watched a fucking video about this recently, and apparently it's a real thing. Because I seen one TikTok where a gay boy is going up to his mom and doing, like, a straight voice as a prank to get her reaction. And the comments were, like, proof that they put it on. So what's up?
Things are really going on around the world, but I'm not one to tell you how to feel, but, like vitamins.
So if you're going to go on the internet and cry and heavily imply that there's a horrible human being and everybody can get what it is, girl, sit on the internet and talk about it then.
Hey you guys, welcome to today's video. Obviously from the title you know that this is going to be intense, different, and this is absolutely not a video I ever thought in a million years that I would be making, but I feel after a lot of thought that it's necessary for me to have a chat with you guys. I feel when you put aspects of your life out online that at some point you are going to have to address them if you make a radical shift. So a lot of you guys saw my Instagram story. There have been countless videos made about it. For me, what happened when I posted the video that now has gone very widespread, I was sitting here in the studio, I didn't have makeup on, I was ready to film a makeup try on, and I received a text from James Charles. I was completely blindsided and my emotions just got the best of me. I never jumped straight to social, but I was just like so gutted, and I made that 2-minute little Insta story. It was therapeutic for me. I don't regret it. What I said in that video basically was that I feel really lost in this community, and that's so true. And it is more than one thing. And it wasn't specifically just about vitamins or about Halo, but it was just about being lied to and feeling disrespected. And James Charles, he had 9 days after Coachella to talk to me. He knows where I live. It's not far from him. He could have come face to
Okay, so this video is already assuming that you know some of the background. Basically, my understanding is that James Charles promoted some competing brand that was a brand that's competing with this woman who's allegedly his best friend and mentor and whatever, and he snaked her by promoting a different brand. So that's what the whole root of this is, to my understanding.
to face and chatted with me because he knew that this would hurt me. We've had plenty of in-person conversations that were at length about other influencers doing the same deal and him not liking sugar bear hair and dragging other people and being like, Tati, I'm on your side. Like, you've got me. Like, I will support you. Yes, mom. Like, you've got my loyalty. So I always felt really comfortable with that. And I, of course, to not even get a phone call, to not even get a text a few days prior, but right after that sponsored post went up, to have a text like, hey, mom, love you. I'm stressed. Just so you know, XYZ, I just did this post, but it's no big. And that's pretty typical of James Charles' behavior from the time that I met him.
All right, now she's using this as an excuse to unload the shit. I take responsibility for real. Where my goddamn?
I take responsibility.
Padding the runtime. Get to the point, Jim. He should be canceled permanently, though. What he did isn't something we can accept an apology for. I agree. I agree if that's true. I don't know anything about what he's like, his current controversies. I literally only know about this. I used to love watching Tati, then she released those damn vitamins. Should they have cast Jessica Alba in the new Fantastic Four? No. Let's just keep it a buck. Jessica Alba's not a good actress. Marco might be anti-MLM, but he's the biggest James Charles stan out there. Wrong, so wrong. Have you thought about getting in a scandal to bring more views to your channel? That's going to happen eventually when the MLMs try to like orchestrate a smear campaign against me. Trey Tino, do you have a straight voice, says Legend? I'm curious to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear you attempt to do one. Johnny says, I know people who do it on purpose. I don't. Marco, you heard my voice. That wasn't a put-on voice. Okay. We put on the straight voice, but I'd argue a lot of dudes put on straight voices. Not me. I put on a gay voice talking to specs, Marco and FS. I fake responsibility. Yes, so this is what happened. Trey Tino, thank you for the summary. James Charles promoted competing vitamins to get into a booth at Coachella. Okay.
And when he was 17, before he really had taken off on YouTube at all, I know that he has a way of...
So do we need to watch this? Anyways, he's a bad person. He's inappropriate. He said things about the way... James Charles, we don't need to watch that because James himself is going to address all of the things she said in his video. So we don't really need to watch her say it first. Let's go.
1 week ago, I uploaded a video to my YouTube channel titled Tati. This video was...
Yeah! This is a classic. This is a classic. He's spitting already. I'm like those dudes you see on TikTok where it's like they play 1 second of the new Kanye West album. They're like, it's a classic. He did it again. That's literally me. I saw one. It was like, surely it was a sketch, but these two guys were on stream listening to the new Drake Party Next Door album, and they literally played like the first millisecond, like the first note, and it was like that was the first note of the synth, you know, the ambient synth sound in the very beginning of the song, and they paused and they both like run out of the room freaking out because it's so amazing.
The direct response to the video that Tati Westbrook uploaded to her channel titled By Sister. Before I say anything at all...
Holy, no way, the bitch had 47 million views on it?
Tati Westbrook uploaded to her channel titled By...
Holy fuck.
Sister. Before I say anything at all in this video, I want to make it very, very clear that...
My boy got glammed up for this shit. He was like, you know what, if I'm gonna catch a body, if it's gonna be caught in 4K... if I'm gonna pull the knife out my back and slit their throat with it, mama, as Drake said, I'm gonna look good doing it.
Everything I said in that video in regards to my sentiments towards Tati and my apology, I stand behind 100% and still reign true. I know I got emotional in the video. I apologize. It was something very, very hard for me to deal with, especially when it came to talking about my very own mother. In Tati's video, she discusses many of the different reasons as to why she was choosing to close a chapter in her life that I was heavily involved in, making many of her private issues very, very, very public. And
not a good thing to do on Tati's side. You're a grown adult, double this kid's age, and he like looks up to you and whatever, and you're like, I don't know, you snaked him in my opinion with that, but I mean, maybe she felt it was justified because he snaked her first. Let's hear what James had to say.
And now millions and millions of people have weighed in with their opinions and speculations on subjects that they honestly know absolutely nothing about. I will not ask for sympathy, and I will definitely not ask for forgiveness either, but I will ask that you watch this entire thing all the way through before forming any further opinions or talking about the story more. Hello, future James here, popping in quickly. I know doing an insert in a video like this is not professional, trust me, but I filmed this several times now, and as time keeps going on, more and more things keep coming out into the public, and more people are speaking on the situation, and it is very important to me that this video has all the information, all the facts, all the receipts, and is current and present because I will not be addressing it again after this matter. This morning when I was editing this video, I noticed that last night, Tati uploaded a video to her channel called Why I Did It, and this morning, Jeffree Star was on Snapchat talking about the whole situation. First and foremost, I do want to issue a thank you to both Jeffree and Tati for
Talk your shit, Jim is right, NPAZ.
taking some of the responsibility for blowing this whole thing up and for starting everything. I really respect that a lot, and I also appreciate the fact that they are trying to redirect the hate away.
Straight up, you would never catch me recording an apology video with no glam. Bro, I would do an apology video shirtless after getting in like my best pump. Trust me.
Because I think we're all aware at this point that it has gotten way too far. The past week on the internet has been the darkest I think we've all ever seen, and it's also been the darkest time that I've ever had to go through in my life, and my thoughts got to a really scary place. Watching Tati's video.
I love when YouTubers say, I had dark thoughts. Bro. No, you didn't.
It's clear to me that she also is in a really dark place as well and has been pained by this whole situation.
I'm in a dark place right now. I have dark thoughts all the time. I have intrusive thoughts. You ever be holding a baby? Maybe your cousin had a baby or something. You ever be holding a baby and you just think, what if I dropped this baby right now? And it scares you and you're like, fuck, why do I even think that? Because it's so spooky to think about how close you actually are to making a permanently negative, life-altering decision that's going to affect you and everyone around you, like, so terribly, you know? It's crazy how fragile life is, that's all. Sometimes I think that. Sometimes I'll be walking and I think, I'll be in the mall walking, I'll be on a bus. No, on a train. I'll be on the train, I'll stand next to an old lady, and I'll think to myself, what if I just fucking punch this old lady in the face as hard as I could? And I would never do it. I'm the most fucking respectful. You know, I've never been a violent person. I've never been arrested for anything. I'm a very nice young man. But in my mind, I think that. And not always, but sometimes I'll just be standing there looking, and a few thoughts will run through my mind. Oh, what am I going to cook when I get home? Oh, I wonder if that girl texted me back. Oh, I got to edit this video. And also, what if I just punch this fucking old lady in the face as hard as I could? Don't sit there and act like you're better than me because I'm admitting that I have intrusive thoughts. Thoughts are not crimes. You know? Thoughts are not crimes. Babies and old people, it's a fact. So true.
If I've known anything about Tati over the past 3 years, it's that she has a huge, huge heart. There's no denying that, and I think that, or I do believe her when she says that she did not want this to
Tino wants me to watch the Trisha Paytas video as well. Let's see. Trisha, what is it called? Trisha Paytas, Tati. Dumb as hell. Okay, let's. Okay, shit. Shit, I'm scared.
Okay, watching Tati.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see.
It's so vile. I don't really think any of us thought it was going to be as big as it really was. In both of their videos, Jeffrey and Tati both mentioned that they hope that I'm able to change and that we can all move on from this situation. And trust me, I agree. There's nobody that wants this over with as much as I do.
He's about to chef right now.
But in Tati's second video and in Jeffrey's Snapchats, they both said that they stand behind everything that they mentioned. And unfortunately, there have been allegations made against me because of these things. And I don't really feel comfortable just moving on from those. I would like to take this video today as an opportunity to kind of explain everything that has happened and address literally everything. There's a lot that happened behind the scenes leading up to Tati's video, and there's a lot that happened behind the scenes and publicly after Tati's video, and I feel as though it is my responsibility to kind of let you guys in on those because there's a lot of misinformation going around and it's just not really.
I think about getting into internet beef all the time. I think about when they try to cancel me inevitably. I can't wait to just drop a video. And you know how like when you're arguing with someone and you know you're right and you're about to let them have it and you just, are you done? You'd be like, are you done? Are you done? And they could just tell from your face that you're about to fucking pack it up and take it home. I can't wait.
Good. Just like Tati said in her video, this whole situation is a lot bigger than just vitamins. And I think anybody who's kind of followed the situation is well aware of that at this point. Trust me, I am too. There are way bigger issues here that I will be discussing and talking openly and honestly about later on in this video. I have a few notes in front of me here and I want to make sure that I hit every single point and that I don't miss anything. But that being said, to get to those issues, this did start with vitamins. It was kind of the catalyst. So I want to make sure we kind of go in order and you guys are able to get the full context and full story of everything that has happened. Starting off, my friends and I all attended Coachella weekend 1 from April 11th through 15th, and I had an artist pass provided to me by a brand. We had a really good weekend. I mean, you guys saw the Snapchats, Instagram pictures, and outfits, and my video. It was really fun, and we will definitely never forget it. But at Coachella, I had drama with a boy that I had been talking with for 5 months prior, and it all kind of clouded the overall memories. Later on that very same week, on April 19th, my best friends and I in the family group chat made the last minute decision that we wanted to attend Coachella weekend 2 again to kind of relive those memories, but boy free. I texted my manager Jake that very same night asking if it'd be possible to get us in for the next day since it was already Friday, meaning we're missing the first day of the festival, so therefore we could only go on Saturday. Because it was so last second, we were only able to get VIP tickets, which is not the same as artist, but we headed over anyway and wanted to have a really—
Don't you guys hate when you only get VIP free tickets to Coachella instead of artist passes? I fucking tell me about it. I would be having dark thoughts too. I need fucking therapy.
Really good time. For those of you who may not be familiar with Coachella, I do want to quickly clarify the different passes just because it kind of is important to this whole—
Marco already has his videos pre-recorded to drop if people try to cancel him. Not yet. I love your little half smile you do during a debate because you know you're about to cook. You look so cute when you do it. Oh, thank you, Specs. You're so sweet.
whole situation. VIP, although VIP, is still very open to the public. Artist passes, however, are passes that you cannot buy. The only way you can get—
Ugh, the public. I feel you, James. You had to be around those sweaty plebs. Those people with JOBs. Absolutely disgusting and vile. I hope you never have to go through that, James.
hold of them is through a brand getting them from the actual festival or through having a personal connection to one of the artists or bands that are playing. It's in a very highly secured area that is not open to the public. Along with artist passes though, there's also something called a performer pass and backstage passes and a lot of other things that can keep you more protected. Keep in mind, weekend 1, I did have an artist pass. Weekend 2, I had a VIP going into the situation. When we walked into weekend 2 with me and my friends on Saturday, April 20th and Sunday, April 21st, we noticed that there was a major difference in the crowd. We were in the VIP section and I started getting mobbed really quickly at a super unsafe capacity because, as many of you guys know, whenever we stop to take a photo, kind of other people tend to come and it just turned into a big situation, and it honestly was not safe. I had remembered from weekend 1 that my friend Nikita Dragon, who I was with a lot of the time, was brought by—
Damn, Nikita Dragon is the trans bitch, right?
Weekend 1 that my friend Nikita—
It's crazy that astaghfirullah, the science of the devil. Shaitan's powers are too Shaitan's powers have grown too strong. That a dude can look like that.
Dragon, who I was with a lot of the time, was brought by Sugar Bear Hair and had an artist pass, personal security—
Take a shot every time you hear this motherfucker say Sugar Bear Hair. Should get me hyped. Again.
who I was with a lot of the time, was brought by Sugar Bear Hair and had an artist pass.
Ooh, Sugar Bear Hair, you know? It's literally like this isn't real life. Like this is a fantasy, like a show, you know? Like these are characters. Oh yeah, the makeup influencer James Charles and, you know, the beef with his mentor mom, Tati Westbrook, and Sugar Bear Hair. It doesn't even sound real. Have you ever heard of Sugar Bear Hair? Sugar Bear Hair. This whole beef was a great fucking advertisement for Sugar Bear Hair, because I never heard of these motherfucking goddamn Sugar Bear Hair vitamins ever in my life. Hair vitamins. How does the vitamin, when it goes into your body, how does the vitamin know that it's for your hair? They got the Kardashians promoting it. You know?
Security and backstage passes and was very, very taken care of and safe. When I felt unsafe in the situation, I panicked and I texted Nikita and asked her if she had a connection to the Sugar Bear Hair team that could potentially...
Babe, can you do me a favor and text your Sugar Bear person and ask if they have any extra artist passes for the weekend and that all story? I'm in VIP and I'm getting attacked. Need help. LOL. Okay, reasonable so far. I mean, you could just leave as well. But, yeah. Okay, I get it.
Help me out. Nikita replied right away and she gave the Sugar Bear Hair team my personal phone number, to which they reached out to me and offered to come rescue me with a pass and backstage access.
He knows his audience. Have him 198 missed texts. That would give me more anxiety than being fucking canceled, to be honest. Having 198 unread messages. Sugar Bear Hair came to my rescue in Coachella. Okay, they're sending him the script.
Access and security to make sure that I was okay and was able to enjoy the festival along with my friends.
You went to Coachella, somehow had a security issue, and magically Sugar Bear Hair is there with a contract in hand to save the day for you and all of your friends.
Wrong, bitch. Wrong, bitch. As I just showed you with the goddamn motherfucking receipts, my main bitch Nikita Dragon texted them. They got back right away because they're on their game. And because I'm more clouded up than you, Tati Westbrook, because I'm that bitch right now, because I'm James Charles and I'm hot on these fucking streets, they just did it, a handshake agreement over text, and said, you don't even got to post right now. Do it on Monday and enjoy the fucking festival. Because I'm James Charles. Your broke little influencer mind wouldn't be able to understand it's a different level, Tati Westbrook. It's a different level when you're James Charles. You don't need to go through and all this back and forth and send a screenshot of your analytics so we can see if it's worth it and will you do it for this much and sign a contract. I'm James Charles. When I say go, we go. When I say jump, they say how motherfucking high. What's that? The Sugar Bear Hair? What's that? Oh shit, the Sugar Bear Hair, the Sugar Bear Hair truck backing up?
We gave him the money, boom.
Shut the fuck up, Tati Westbrook. Get back to work.
Work.
Yeah. Watch out.
No company would...
You're in VIP. I'm in the artist section. Huh. You're in the little porta potties. I'm in the actual fucking cabana that they built custom for the event. Huh. Pussy.
Ever go out of their way to have an extra, handful of passes that cost thousands of dollars a piece.
When you're James Charles, like I am, when you're James Charles, magically doors open. The unlit mind could never comprehend. The unpoppin' mind could never comprehend, Tati Westbrook. You're washed. You're washed. I'm right now. It's a look around. Look around. Pinch yourself. It's a James Charles world, bitch. You just live in it.
Like, just in case, that leads me to believe that this was orchestrated beforehand, but he had an emotional conflict because of me and promises he made to me behind the scenes. So he had to come up with a very...
Got your knees all tucked up into your chest like a goddamn kid. Like you're self-soothing, like this is traumatizing and shit. Bitch, you know what's traumatizing? Being in VIP like me, James Charles, and getting mobbed by 1,000 fans. You could never relate. You walk up in VIP, matter of fact, you walk up in general admission. People go like this. Oh, A regular white lady. Oh. Taddy Westbrook, you go in general admission and you say, "Hey everyone, it's me, Taddy Westbrook from YouTube. Does anyone give a fuck?" And you know what they say? It's a James Charles world, sister.
Very clever story and didn't tell me right when he got back, but after the little bit was posted on their launch day.
Despite what Tati said in her video,
Oh, Mr. James Charles, yeah.
this whole situation was definitely not a big scheme that was orchestrated beforehand. It really did happen on the spot.
You think you can talk with your hands, Taddy Westbrook? Watch me fucking cook. Watch me put these fucking stick-on nails that are 12 feet long. Watch me talk with my hands. You're gonna see. You're gonna catch these fucking hands.
The Sugar Bear Hair team texted me the proposal right away. No money was involved, and with no time to negotiate, in a panic, I signed, and that was that on that.
James Charles, he had...
My life was at risk. They were trying to kill me. They tried to kill me, Taddy Westbrook. You would never understand. You've never been 20 deep, mobbed up, roll up to Coachella. Nikita Dragon text you immediately. Here, Sugar Bear Hair, let me put you in contact. Yes, boom, 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 artist pass. I move mountains with my fucking mind. I send a few text messages and doors open that you would have had to have you and your whole fucking family sending emails for months back and forth to negotiate the things that I get like this, because I'm James Charles. That's why. Keep fucking talking, bitch.
9 days after Coachella to talk to me.
On Monday, April 22nd, which was one day after Coachella, I was due to post my stories based on my contract. And up until that moment, I honestly...
With receipts!
After Coachella,
look,
I was due...
Oh yes, do they want me to post now or on Monday? Monday so you can actually enjoy yourself. They care about me. They care about putting the relationship first. They know I'm good for it. My word carries weight in these fucking streets. All I've got in this life are my balls and my word and my makeup palette from my Morphe makeup palette, because I'm James Charles, bitch. I'm not like you little plebeians who have to fucking, oh, maybe we could do it. Maybe I could do it for this much and I'll post first and then you can pay me later, maybe? Would I be able to get one artist pass? No? Okay, I'm sorry. James Charles, I roll up. I'm James Charles. Give me 10 passes right now. I'm in VIP. Oh, okay. Right this way. It's different. It's levels to this.
Due to post my stories based on my contract. And up until that moment, I honestly had not thought about the fact that Tati was a Sugar Bear Hair competitor. And in that moment, I thought that as a friend, she deserved a courtesy text to let her...
Thinking back on how they treated me, my high school reunion might be worth an appearance. Make everybody have to go through security clearance. One of the greatest Drake bars. Come on now. Rachel, how did we get here? Shit. We're reacting to this video because it's one of my favorite videos of all time, because this is like the equivalent of like a rap beef battle video, in my opinion, where James just fucking ate everybody up.
I don't know the context of the sponsorship and everything that was going on.
To not even get a phone call.
Again.
To not know the context of the sponsorship and everything that was going on.
To not even
exactly.
Get that
exactly.
A courtesy
you don't even need to explain yourself, James. You're James Charles. The world revolves around you, not the other way around, James. You're 19 with the world in the palm of your hand. The big fish. Huh. The big G. You don't gotta explain shit to nobody, but out of the good of your heart, you still did it because you know what I mean? You give back.
To let her know the context of the sponsorship and everything that was going on.
To not even get a phone call, to not even get a text a few days prior, but right after that sponsored post went up to have...
Who gonna drop the first bag on this fucking stream? Let's talk about it. Let's really talk about it. Streamlabs.
Have a text like, hey mom, love you, I'm stressed. Just so you know, XYZ, I just did this post, but it's no big.
Before posting my stories, I actually did text Tati first out of respect for her.
More receipts! Red indicates private information about Tati's brand Halo Beauty. Respect. So let's see what my boy said to Tati as a, to give her the heads up. This is one day after. So this is the day when he's supposed to, do it, because they hooked him up at Coachella, so now he's got to do the post for Sugar Bear Hair. Talk your shit. Hey, Mom, I wanted to text you and tell you that I have to post a Sugar Bear hair story today. They saved me at Coachella from getting literally mobbed, okay, and got me backstage passes. They have new sleep vitamins, so I'm putting emphasis on those rather than the hair ones so that it doesn't compete with Tatty's brand, obviously, you know, as much as we can. I miss you so much and I've been having the absolute worst anxiety ever and I need a mom-son day soon. Bitch says, this honestly breaks my heart. All right, bitch. He again explains, I was getting mobbed at Coachella because the company that sent me only gave us VIP, and Sugar Bear Hair literally came and gave me an artist backstage pass and security guard. I don't plan on working with them again, and I've told you before that I didn't want to work with them and would never promote other vitamins besides Halo. It was literally my only option, and I texted you before to let you know instead of just posting and catching you off guard too. What do you want from me? She says, if you support my #1 competitor after all the support I've given you, I look like a fool.
What you are about to witness is real.
Bitch. Take a breath. Zoom out for a moment. Do you think it's worth flushing your entire relationship and the future potential of your relationship from a business perspective with James motherfucking Charles the GOAT down the drain over this? I'm posting one fucking Instagram story for this company. People know what it is. The public knows that it's transactional. The public knows that my real relationship is with you. They're going to forget about this fucking Instagram story. It's already done. I already made the deal. What would you have preferred? Would you have preferred that I was trampled to death in fucking the sweaty hellscape of VIP? The 8th circle of hell that is VIP at Coachella? Would you have rather that the text that you're receiving today said, oh, sorry, James is dead because he was trampled to death at fucking Coachella? Or would you rather the text from me saying, yo, I don't feel good about this, but I'm telling you ahead of time to let you know and get it out of the open and get ahead of it, that I've got to make one pussy bumbaras clad Instagram story for Sugar Bear motherfucking hair vitamins, emphasizing the one that doesn't compete with your brand because they did this for me. It is so beyond your basic small level understanding, Tatty Westbrook, because you've never even been in a fucking position, like I said before, where people are trampling you to death at fucking Coachella VIP because you're not that bitch like I am. Now I want you to think about your place in the solar system and recognize that all polarities pull towards the center of the universe, which is me, James motherfucking Charles. It's 2018, Tatty. I've got a few million, you've got a few million. Where do you think we're going to be in 6 years, 10 years? Yeah, there's going to be controversies, but there's also going to be Sephora, Mac, whatever the other one is called. There's going to be so many bags coming our way. Brinks trucks being backed up to the fucking mansion. Calabasas. Who needs a new Lambo? Who needs a new fucking Birkin? I do. You really want to throw all this away for that? You want to throw all... You... On the day of my... You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding, complaining about my Sugar Bear hair Instagram story. I offer you my friendship. You never wanted my friendship. You never invite me and my wife over for coffee. And now you come to me today asking that I be a murderer? It's so many levels to this.
Giving her heads up about the sponsorship, but she was immediately upset. I tried my best to kind of explain the entire situation and also give her a direct apology as well.
And you did it at my birthday dinner. We're going to get to that. Don't even get me started about the birthday dinner portion of this shit. Woo!
But at this point, I had signed the contract and I absolutely had...
Here we go. Taddy, it's not like I reached out to them beforehand and asked for a brand. Still explaining yourself when you don't have to. This reminds me of my interactions with any girl that I've dated since 4 years ago when I broke up with my last actual girlfriend. Things will be great. We're having a nice, honeymoon phase. Things are going good. Hey, what's up? Good, chilling. You want to come over? Sure, let's go out to eat. I take care of everything. I open the door. I pay for the meal. We go over back. I bruck it up. Whatever. All of a sudden, oh yeah, my aunt back in fucking Poland is feeling this way. God forbid I don't reply immediately. Now it's a whole drama. I try to explain once. Still not happy. I try to explain twice. Well, it just seems like you were kind of like putting me off because you were... I don't explain the third time. All right, go then. I don't owe you an explanation. Just like James right here. He don't owe nobody an explanation. James Charles in my DMs. Facts, Liam. That actually is believable. James Charles in my shower. So funny. It's not like I reached out to them beforehand and asked for a brand deal. I didn't want to do anything with them and told you from the beginning. James, you don't got to explain yourself, King. I understand why you're upset, but you've seen the crowds that I pull. Put in a little flex in there, James. Drop a little flex in. Stand on it. Taddy, you wouldn't... Taddy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you can't experience being lit like me. Lit like Bick. But, you've seen the crowds. You haven't been mobbed by them, but you've seen them. You've seen the crowds that I pull, and we didn't expect it in the VIP area, but their team literally pulled me out and backstage and gave us the pass and said, here's an artist band and security. Just do one story for us and you're good. It was either take the pass or leave the festival because I was unsafe. Now, Taddy, I know you're an old washed bitch. You don't understand this. But I'm a 19-year-old fucking gay king of the internet, James Charles. You think I'm going to leave weekend 2 of Coachella? When I'm 19 years old with all my friends? You're really judging the pre-calculations of a 19-year-old gay fucking millionaire superstar legend. Bro, have some fucking grace towards me in this moment, for fuck's sakes. I don't want a sponsorship from you or from anyone. You have my support for free forever, and you know that exactly. This company saved my life potentially, and I'm gonna do one Instagram story. And I'm gonna support you for free forever. You wanna play this game? You wanna dip out on me and flush the friendship down the toilet over this? I bet. I only talked about the sleep vitamins and blah, 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 but I know it's not about that for you, and I'm sorry again. I recognize the support you've given me and would never want to take advantage of that. It was truly an emergency situation. I've had the worst past few weeks of my life, and you're not even going to want to hear it because it has to do with a dumbass boy taking advantage of me. Probably a lie. But I did want to let you know I'm looking into therapy and other ways to get my feelings...
To post it, there was no getting out of it. I then headed to the airport and took off on a flight to San Francisco. And by the time that I had landed 1 hour later, Tati had uploaded all of her Instagram stories of her crying, talking about the friends in the community that haven't really supported her.
Imagine James Charles in a fucking mosh pit.
How she was alone and how she felt very, very hurt and betrayed. Very quickly, people put 2 and 2 together and realized that this was clearly about me, and I started getting thousands and thousands
What'd she say?
People put 2 and 2 together, how she was alone and how she felt very, very hurt and betrayed.
Not you subbing me on your fucking Instagram story, Taddy Westbrook. Not you sub-storying me on your fucking Instagram. I'm 19 years old, you're a grown fucking adult. I know that's not what's happening.
Very quickly,
people aren't coming to me through the grapevine talking about, oh, Taddy, your mom said this, that, and the third. I know you wouldn't fuck around with me like that, Taddy Westbrook. I know you wouldn't bite the hand that feeds you to such a egregious level, Taddy Westbrook.
She was alone and how she felt very, very hurt and betrayed. Very quickly, people put 2 and 2 together and realized that this was clearly about me, and I started getting thousands and thousands of tweets and comments and texts about the whole situation. Throughout the next several hours, I made countless attempts to text both...
Ooh! Can you give me a call when you're not busy? I'm now getting death threats from fans right now for betraying you and calling me a snake. I'd really appreciate if you could call me so we can talk and I can make things right with you. And Shane and Jeffrey tweeting too. Y'all tried to come at Thanos. Y'all thought you were the Avengers, but you were the Legion of Doom. This is crazy. You've been the one person who's given me advice and told me to keep things offline. I understand why you're angry. Now I'm getting thousands of tweets. I'm a 19-year-old fucking gay boy. And I've got thousands of people because of the malicious, orchestrated aligned actions of you grown adults who are all also millionaires, by the way, two of whom, Shane and Jeffrey, this doesn't even directly affect. And for you, who it barely affects. It's one Instagram story for this fucking brand. Who gives a fuck? And now I'm getting death threats. A 19-year-old boy getting death threats. So I went from one life-threatening situation, being in the VIP at Coachella where I was getting trampled almost, to now being in a new life-threatening situation, plus having the anxiety of thinking that one of my closest friends doesn't fuck with me no more and won't reply to my texts and is, for all I know, plot in the YouTube studio right now filming a fucking James Charles takedown video, which lo and behold was actually happening.
Both Tati and her
clipped. I'm a 19-year-old gay boy. So funny. So funny. Liam fucking sending me a video of him watching my stream.
husband James, and many phone calls as well.
Oh, and you texted James texting James. Watch out.
Trying to reach them, all of which they did not respond to. And later on that night, while sitting in my hotel in San Francisco,
this is like in John Wick, when they tell John Wick that he's excommunicado from the fucking Continental Hotel, and now it's John Wick versus every fucking body. That was this moment right here. Oh, guess I gotta put the clip in and... Except in this case, it was like a makeup palette and a fucking cell phone at Starbucks or something.
Because I could not reach Tati, I issued a public apology directly on my Instagram because I really wanted to make sure she saw.
James doing way more than he even has to. James putting the weight of the world on his shoulders to appease a chick who will never even come close to his fucking level of clout.
That I was sorry, and I wanted to end the situation by taking full responsibility for my actions.
I like how James doesn't even read the screenshots out loud. He just lets them speak for themselves. He lets Always Marco 6 years later pause it and read it out.
Over the next several days, I made countless...
Every time the receipts pop up on screen, I love it. I love it. Oh my God. Please have Tati call me. Please call me. James, can I please talk to you? Not a good time, James. If there's something you really need to say, you can text and I'll respond later. What a fucking dick. I'm in San Francisco attending a few meetings, but I still need to talk to you guys whenever you're around and feeling up to it. After everything we've been through, I'm not losing your friendship over an IG story. Real. Please call me. So this is what the thing you have to learn, James, and I've been there before, King. Sometimes you can't control that, even though you think it's unreasonable, you think it's unfair. I've been in this position where somebody you love and respect and hold dear stops talking to you cold turkey and you can't get through to them, even though you think it's no big deal and you're sure that you could smooth things over with a conversation and they just won't give it to you. I know how fucking desperate and horrible that feels, bro. Trust me. And what I've learned is when someone tries to walk out of your life, you let them. Because, if you know in your heart that you're a good person or a person who contributes positively to somebody's life and they don't want you in it, then, there's so many people out there who would be happy to have you in their life, I'm not talking about even specifically James Charles. I'm just saying, like, to anybody, if that's the situation, then fuck them. He said... Look at this one. I know you don't care to hear it from me, but you look beautiful, and I'm glad you had a wonderful night with your sister. Bro, let my boy James fucking breathe. Let him breathe. I remember when this was happening, I was at Ulta and heard some youngins talking about this beef. It was so unserious. Spec says, no BS. I still haven't deleted message chains in my phone in case some people come back with some bullshit type shit.
Contact both Tati and her husband James on all their different phone numbers. I texted and called Tati's business number, her family number, and also James's personal phone number as well. After a full entire week of trying to reach out and handle things in private with Tati and her husband James and getting no response, I figured at this time it'd be best to just respect their space.
That's the move.
Give them their privacy, and then whenever Tati was ready, she would reach back out to me.
The maturity of for someone who was 19 at the time.
To handle things in private and hopefully move on with our friendship. That is everything in regards to the Instagram stories. Now that we've talked about that, I want to discuss a few of the things in Tati's video that were misleading.
Already it's a dub. Already it's a body bag right now. It's over. But now, oh shit, I hear this bitch talking some more shit about my birthday dinner and my conduct with boys and da-da-da-da. Okay, let's get into it. Okay.
and false.
The reason that James always said that he couldn't promote Halo on his channel and really do like, you know, heavy endorsement was because he has a teenage audience and it would just be inappropriate.
Now, this line was just confusing to me, mostly because this conversation never actually happened.
Fake news!
If you guys know my channel, you would know that I don't really do dedicated product reviews ever, which is what Tati is known for. But even though that is the case, I've still multiple times talked about her products on all my social media networks. I have to word that, okay, I forgot to say too. Hello. I'm going to a really important event later on tonight. My best friend.
We are going to a very important event.
Yes, this is true. And this is a very important launch to me because it is my best friend Tati. She's launching something new on Halo Beauty. Super proud of her. By the time
not me promoting your shit for free in a video with 15 million views, bitch.
this video's out, it'll already be up, so go check it out. Promo for Tati, love you the most.
Who doesn't need a little beauty boost every now
These people look like fucking vampires. Jeffree Star looks like a vampire.
and then?
And Tati also looks like a vampire. Tati is a great patient zero for like a great what's the word I'm looking for? Exhibit for arguing that men are actually more beautiful than women naturally in general. Because if you think about think of a handsome couple, right? Think of like Jason Statham with his wife. Think of like, I don't know, George Clooney with his wife. Those men aren't wearing makeup. They splash some fucking water on their face and it's go time. If a man who's not wearing makeup looks good next to a woman who's wearing makeup, doesn't that sort of, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? If famous celebrity women or whatever didn't wear makeup, you would always think the husband is actually more attractive. Do you get what I'm saying? Look at me. Look at me. I'm one of the most beautiful people God has ever fucking carved out of marble or whatever. Humbly speaking. There's no makeup here, baby. This is symmetry. This is looks maxing or whatever. You know? I know it's so bad, but Rich Lux, a T YouTuber, T means drama, used the pic of the Crypt Keeper when talking. Oh my god. I need a drink. The Crypt Keeper. You know? I got some homemade tzatziki in the fridge. I'm gonna fuck that up later. Getting there. The Crypt Keeper when talking about Tati. That's so fucking dark. I mean, but bro, you know? The nerve of you fucking raggedy bitches coming at me, James Charles.
Two of the following statements are real claims made by the original Halo Beauty Booster supplement.
Oh!
Which are the real ones?
Can I just say I love you guys for putting a Halo question in there.
I
love you for that.
Oh, me promoting your shit with in a video with Jeffree Star that has 16 million views? Ungrateful bitch. So excited and proud of Glenn. Oh, here's me tweeting March 2nd, 2018, 4,000 likes. Fuck yeah.
I just received my package from Halo.
Oh, not me making a story about it on whatever this is.
Beauty. This is Tati's brand new brand. I did not tell Tati that I was buying these, but I did pay for these myself because I just wanted to support her, and I'm so happy. I know she's getting a lot of backlash on this, which is making me so mad because I know she's worked so hard on these for the past several years.
Oh, not me going to war for you when you were getting fucking canceled or whatever. Oh shit, not me standing on business and being loyal even though that it might potentially hurt my brand, which is way bigger than yours ever will be. Ungrateful fucking scum.
No, congratulations, Tati. I love you literally so much, and I'm very, very proud of you and all your hard work.
I do want to keep this video strictly based on facts and receipts, but one of the most hurtful things Tati did in her video was bring up my mom and question her parenting.
Oh, I wish you would. I wish you would fucking question my mom, bitch. I wish you would fucking bring my mother into this shit.
No tears this time. My mom is the strongest woman I have ever met. She is
She got a gay son. She got a gay son navigating fame and multi-millionaire lifestyles, two things she has no fucking clue about. It's her first time living this life too.
She is creative and she is caring. She is a cancer survivor and she balances a marriage, a full-time...
Not you trying to bring back my mom's cancer with stress. Not you trying to fuck with my life. Not you trying to fuck, not you trying to get personal, Taddy Westbrook. Oh shit. Time for James to fucking print. Bzzz. This is the sound of the receipt printer. Bzzz. Printing out new receipt.
Full-time job and raising 2 boys with absolutely crazy lives. She's taught me so much in the past, and when I've made a mistake, she has never turned to public humiliation as a form of punishment. All that being said, I love my mom, and I think she's doing a damn good job.
Cheers to that.
If I do say so myself.
The last phone conversation that James Charles and I had, he said some things telling me about a situation that happened in Seattle at my birthday, and it literally made me want to vomit. Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay yet again.
She's acting like, by the way, she's acting like this is fucking like apocalyptic. Let me tell you something, okay? I have friends who are gay. I have some friends who are flamboyantly gay. One of my gay friends is a fucking literal drag queen. Some of y'all might remember from way back in the day, my friend Luigi, 2019, I did a video with him. I have gay friends who, one of my gay friends, I used to record all, he was like a pop singer. And when I worked at the studio back in Edmonton, I used to record all of his music and mix and master his songs and go to his shows. And I spent a lot of time with my gay friends. I will tell you, all of them talk about wanting to bang straight guys. All of them still like and comment and DM straight guys, knowing full well that they're straight, like flirting with them. Like, bro, I got a fucking DM from a gay dude that follows me who's quite famous, who DM'd me in response to me posting my boy Liam on my story. And Liam's a bodybuilder and he looks fucking great, of course. And this gay dude DM'd me and was like, I just checked out his page. He looks, his body is incredible or something like that. It's like, bro, I know, we get it. So gay dudes always talk about this shit, even if they don't actually believe it, the same way guys will talk about a girl who's in a relationship. Oh yeah, I would I would do this and that to her. Even though they know she has a boyfriend. It's the exact same type of thing. Hey, here's the thing about gay dudes. They're still dudes. They still be horny. They still be wanting to fuck. So they still have the same attitude about a straight guy thinking, oh yeah, I want to fuck him. I do this and that to that guy. The same way that a straight guy would think about a girl who's in a relationship, even though they know they can't fuck her. This is just what it is. This is just what it is. And Taddy probably knows that. You're in the makeup industry or whatever. You are around more gay dudes than probably anybody. That's probably a industry rife with fucking gay dudes. Anytime I've gone to Sephora with like my ex-girlfriend or my niece or whatever, even I've gone into Sephora by myself to buy a cologne in the fucking little men's cologne section they have in the corner. You always see some gay dude working there who's like fully glammed out, and it's like, we know what it is. The beauty industry has a lot of gay dudes, okay? So, and Taddy being friends with people like Jeffree Star, James Charles, don't act brand new to this shit, Taddy. Don't act brand new like James Charles talking about wanting to sleep with a straight boy is like, oh my God, I can't believe. Bitch, shut the fuck up. How about that? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shit pisses me off, man. Shit pisses me off. I can't wait for the day motherfuckers try to come for me. I can't wait. And this video is one of the great how to do it videos, how to clap back on them. Just keep the receipts, babies. Keep a paper trail. We can have a black job selling this makeup. I don't know about that. You can't trick anyone into being gay. Why are you gay? You know, they want what they can't have. Jeffree Star said the same thing about being attracted to straight boys. Again, insider baseball right here. All gay dudes say this. All gay dudes fantasize about straight dudes. Wake up.
And somehow you're the victim. You know, it's really disgusting to manipulate someone's sexuality, especially when they are still, you know, emerging into adulthood.
I actually think Taddy's being homophobic here, because think about this. We all accept that gay people are born gay, right? You don't choose to be gay. So what the fuck are you even talking about when you say I'm manipulating people into manipulating people's sexuality or whatever she just said? You can't fucking force someone to be straight or gay. Otherwise, you're implying that it's a choice. And if I was gay, I'd be very offended by this narrative that Tati is fucking saying on this. Again, shut the fuck up, bitch.
And don't quite have everything figured out. You are using your fame, your power, your money to play with people's emotions, and you're doing that to have them behave sexually in your favor, even if they're straight. And you know what? That's not okay. And how dare you laugh about it? And
how the fuck does this, first of all, why are you even bringing this up? Real shit. What the fuck does this have to do with Sugar Bear hair and you feeling like I'm a disloyal friend? Now you're just using this as a Trojan horse. You use the Coachella Sugar Bear hair thing as a fucking Trojan horse to try to spill all the rest of this shit out.
Make meme after meme and retweet and this and that and I love straight boys, and make it a joke.
How is that any different than like Young Gravy saying like I love MILFs? Guess the next words coming out of my mouth. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Because this behavior is not normal, it's not okay. Cracking someone's sexuality is not an escape room.
First of all, I'm a 19-year-old virgin.
Let's chocolate chip.
This is the greatest YouTube video ever. This is the greatest YouTube video ever. Look at the smirk on James' face. Are you done? I'm about to go in right now. Ooh. Ooh. The Grim Reaper. This is the face. I'm like the Grim Reaper. This old bitch came at me looking like the Crypt Keeper. Only one getting fucked around here is Tati's brand, but y'all, this is so overdue. It's so overdue for me to actually do my deep dive breakdown into James Charles' No More Lies. Keep in mind, by the way, yeah, his mama is right here. Where is it at? His mama is right here. I don't know where the sound effect is. I don't think I have it on this stream deck. But let me tell you something. Keep in mind, all you guys watching the stream, I assume only a few of you even knew about this ahead of, like, beforehand. This is a goddamn, I don't even myself know about the background of this. I've never watched any of these creators before. I'm not interested in this makeup niche. The fact that I only know about the whole situation from this video and Tati's video, just, I mean, imagine how fired up I would be if I was actually an invested fan of the both of them for years prior to this, before seeing this. It would be even more fucking egregious and unforgivable. I got you, Joseph.
Put your pussy lips on live, I'll give you $1,000.
She's playing herself. What up, Jared? You know, he's a gay predator. I mean, yeah, that could be true still, but we're just talking about this video again. You know, to make James look like a gay predator. Tati is conservative, Christian, probably voted for Trump. Yeah, Tati, who's really not like living in congruity with their with their supposed beliefs if she is a conservative Christian. You shouldn't be hanging out with gay dudes if you're a conservative Christian to begin with. At least stand on what your own book says, for fuck's sake. Talking about my sexual, I'm a 19-year-old fucking gay guy. You think it's not hard enough being a fucking 19-year-old boy who walks around and gets dirty looks from all sorts of people for wearing fucking makeup out in the street, from people who don't know who I am? Shut the fuck up, bitch.
I talk about boys quite a lot on my social media networks. Clearly at this point, it is not acceptable anymore. We're talking about that in a little bit, I promise you. But just thought I would bring it up, put it out into the universe. I don't really get a lot of action. We have probably guessed this at this point. So that being said, I have never and would never and will never use my fame, money, or power to manipulate or get any sexual actions from a guy. That is disgusting. It is not me. And the fact that Tati brought this up blows my mind.
This is another thing. And again, I say this disclaimer ahead of time that I'm open to the idea that I'm wrong about this, and that and also I don't know anything about the current or any of the past dramas or controversies or scandals James Charles has been involved with or allegedly involved with, except for this one. Okay, I know virtually nothing about James Charles except this video. Okay, anytime a celebrity is getting like canceled or like allegations are coming out about them, I'm immediately skeptical, because it's such an easy thing to accuse somebody of, and it's a very hard thing to recover from, even if it's proven false. Think of the Johnny Depp thing. There's been several examples of like people being, in my opinion, wrongly canceled, right? From opportunistic people who are trying to like take advantage of a situation. Let me just say, anytime that a celebrity has a relationship with a person who's a non-celebrity or who's even just less famous than them, you can always say, oh, well, there was a power dynamic at play, or whatever, or that person was famous, so they took advantage, so they must be taking advantage, or that person, the guy is older than the girl, so he must have been taking advantage of her, or he must have been, you know. I'm very wary about those kind of claims. Tretino says, and I trust Tretino as an authority on this topic. I defer to the experts because Tretino is a gay dude. So Tretino says, well, he did, so it's awkward. Okay, so again, James Charles aside for a second here, I'm just saying in general, these type of like accusations, I think they're very easy to levy. Like, for example, I'm not a famous person, okay? If I started dating a girl who was like not famous at all, am I taking advantage of her because I have 100,000 subscribers? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Sometimes shorty want to fuck, so true.
Because she knows the real story. The story that we're talking about here is a situation that happened when I was in Seattle for Tati's surprise party with a boy named Sam. Now, I'm going to tell you the full story since everybody seems to be leaving out literally every single detail. In Tati's video, she mentioned that she was disgusted and had to apologize to her family for me apparently saying things that I wanted to do to a waiter and then justifying those actions by saying I am a celebrity. Okay, this literally did not happen.
This frustrates me like fucking crazy because I can already see, like, I believe James in this moment. I can already see the way that like somebody might say this sarcastically and now somebody's spinning it, you know? People have done that to me before and it fucking boils my blood. It's like, really, bro? You were there. You know that it wasn't like that. You know how it was said in the moment or whatever. I say on my stream all the fucking time, oh yeah, I'm a rich famous YouTuber. What, bro, I'm fucking joking. And if I was James in this moment, I'd be like, Tatty, you're like my friend. We were at a dinner with like our friends. It's not like these were random people who don't know my sense of humor and like, you know, are actually meeting me for the first time and trying to get a read on who I am and how I operate. These are like my friends, and I'm making a joke about being a celebrity. And plus, even if I was being like up my own ass and being like a, you know, a diva, I am a fucking diva. I'm a 19, 18-year-old fucking rich, gay, fucking famous makeup influencer, James Charles. So let me breathe, even if that is the case. But I believe that wasn't the case. Like, bro, we're with our friends. Like, I made a joke. Yeah, I'm a celebrity. Oh, I'm so rich. I'm so famous. It's like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
What did happen is that me, Jeffrey, Nate, and my best friend Drew all flew to Seattle to surprise Tati for her birthday on February 14th. That night, we went out to dinner with Tati and James and her whole family, and we're in a restaurant. There was a cute...
Not me sacrificing my Valentine's Day so that I could fly out for your birthday dinner, surprising you.
Boy across the restaurant that I kept making eye contact with and that I was interested in. And the conversation of dating for me and Jeffrey both came up at the dinner table, and we were talking about it for a very, very short period of time.
Y'all, it's so funny. This grown woman, Tati Westbrook, is talking about how I'm like, how James Charles is like a groomer and like manipulating this boy. Why the fuck were you, a grown woman, even talking to me, a gay 19-year-old boy, about dating in the first place? Who's grooming who? Who's being inappropriate here for real?
The conversation never got inappropriate. Period. The boy that was involved with the story is named Sam. Now, when I originally wanted to do this video addressing everything, I did plan on crossing his name and keeping him completely private, but he has since come out and made a video of his own talking about the situation, just like Tati, leaving out many, many details. But in his video and in the screenshots that I have, Sam mentioned that he was perfectly fine and found the flirting that I was doing flattering. So I'm not really sure why this got turned into something much bigger, but it...
James Charles' name is a double plural. James Charles, yeah. How many of them are there? It should be James Charles, right?
Simply was not.
And he was looking at me later on that night. He started talking to...
Here comes Sam, little goblin trying to get some clout as well. Shut the fuck up, Sam. And also, if you're gonna record a hit piece, at least fucking have the camera set up beforehand. What is all this noise and camera shaking I'm seeing? Y'all ain't shit.
Other employees about me asking me if I had a Valentine. This was on Valentine's Day, where he especially thought that I was very attractive and he wanted to get my phone number and all that. But the wait staff at my restaurant didn't let that happen. He left and it kind of just went untalked about.
The I'm a celebrity thing is really incredibly frustrating to me because this is an inside joke between my friends.
Ooh, more receipts. Every time he pops a receipt up on screen, I feel like I feel like I'm going Super Saiyan. Here's all these people, other bitches, in our texts saying, famous, OMG, so famous, why are you so famous? Oh, you're so famous, I know I'm famous, Louis is so famous. Bro, look at this. Look at the dates. April 19th, April 10th, April 8th, April 6th, April 5th, April 5th, March. Even Tati, wow, you're so famous. Oh, not Kylie Jenner. Tati, you could never fucking get to this level. So famous of us. I know I'm really famous, really famous. Liza Koshy, us being famous. Lauren Gray, I really miss my famous friend. Bro, this is like, gay people have their own fucking lingo. And it's not even a gay people thing. Like, this is clearly just him and his friend group having this thing. But when I've been around my gay friends in the past, I've heard them speak in like other tongues completely. I'm like, I don't even know what y'all are talking about right now. Oh, I remember the first time I heard somebody be like, oh, he's reading me. She's reading me. I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean reading? What do you mean by that? Like, what does that mean, reading? Like, oh, like roasting me. I'm like, oh, okay. Reading, okay. I don't know. They have their own thing. But anyways, this is such an odd... I'm just amazed and I'm secondhand insulted that Tati Westbrook even included that whole I'm a celebrity, I'm famous thing in her video, because it's like, Tati, don't you realize it's so easy for me to debunk this? I have so many receipts. Like, you could have gone in your fucking text messages and typed the word famous the same way I did and saw that in all of our group chats, it's something we all use and say, and you're going to try to use that. I think maybe Tati thought that if her, Shane Dawson, James Charles, and whoever else the fuck came for Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star all came for James Charles at the same time, that he just wouldn't respond or that he would just fold, which he did initially. And it's like, again, this is why this is the greatest YouTube video ever, in my opinion.
And I that Tati is also participated in, and she twisted this to be something far worse than what...
Look, even even Tatty enjoying being called famous here as part of the inside joke. Is this the family number? Literally 10 people have this. Feel special. I always do. Wow, you're so famous. Ha ha ha.
Between my friends and I that Tati is also participated in, and she twisted this to be something far worse than what it is. This is the joke that really is where we say I'm famous, not I'm a celebrity, and it's something that we don't say in public very often because without context, I get it, it looks and sounds really, really bad, trust me. Literally, famous is synonymous with anything good. So yeah, if my YouTube video does well one day, my friends will say, oh my God, James, you're so famous. But literally, if my friend takes a good Instagram photo, oh my God, you're so famous. If our boneless
I
buffalo—
love that he's bringing up the receipts. This is the best fucking most well done. I don't know if I've ever seen another video like this where it's like deconstructing the hit piece.
wings at Chili's are extra delicious one day. Oh my God, these wings are so, so famous. It has nothing to do at all with fame, power, or money, which is what Tati alluded it to being, and it is so frustrating that she turned an innocent and funny inside joke that she has participated in into something so beyond disgusting.
Talk your fucking shit. Let your nuts hang, James Charles. This is so, yeah. Who's manipulating who? Who's the manipulator now, Tati Westbrook?
I'm going to try my best to make a long story very short. The next day, Sam slid into my DMs first, and
Oh, shit! It's Sam the Busser from John Howie, February 15th. More fucking receipts. Oh, so I actually didn't... Oh, if I was such a predator, wouldn't I have got this motherfucker's, you know, wouldn't I have forced a phone number exchange or Instagram exchange the night of? Why is the boy in my DM? Keep fucking trying me. Keep trying me and I'm a flip the whole shit.
I happened to see it. We started talking back and forth and he mentioned that he was flattered by me flirting with him the night beforehand.
Sorry about last night, you're very attractive. And then I responded with, it's all good, very flattering actually.
A few minutes into the conversation,
this motherfucker posting a victim hostage video like you didn't DM him first. Shut the fuck up, bro.
I asked him about his sexual...
Motherfucker said, I'm bi. I've never had any experience with a guy, but I do find men attractive. James, okay, love that. Me too. Unexpected. You just struck me as a very straight boy, okay? I thought I was straight for a while. You definitely shocked me when you walked in, smiley face. What the fuck are you talking about? You should have said something after you saw us talking about you all night. I wasn't allowed to. My supervisor was on me about being
sexuality, and he told me straight up that he was bisexual.
Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into...
Hey, Tatty, bitch. Maybe if you had answered any of my texts or phone calls and we would have had a conversation about this before you put out your stupid little fucking clickbait clout chaser video, we would have touched on your feelings of discomfort about me supposedly trying to turn this straight boy gay, and I would have told you, oh, actually, bitch, here's the fuck, he DM'd me and told me he's bi. Here's the screenshot. No need for you to embarrass yourself and put your foot in your mouth when you make this dumbass YouTube video that you're eventually going to delete anyways.
Thinking he's gay.
There was no straight men being manipulated anywhere in the story like Tati mentioned. Later on in the conversation, he asked when I was leaving Seattle, and I told him the next morning, to which he responded, I wish we had time to hang out, and I said, hey, why don't you come over to my hotel tonight? We can watch a movie together.
Let me guess, James. You have receipts for this too? Or for the last 16 minutes and 15 seconds, you've only had receipts and now you're about to start lying? I wonder. Let's see.
Together. He said, sounds good. Later on, he messaged me first and told me, hey, straight up, I've never done anything with a guy before. I'm a little bit nervous. To which I told him there was absolutely no pressure.
I can book another room for my friend quickly or another room for us to hang out in. I would love to hang out and watch a movie. I'm just letting you know I've never done stuff with a guy, so I'd like to talk and get to know you first. Yeah, that's fine. Same. Bro, throwback to me 2022 with my Chinese girl. We're chilling. We're in the crib. We're doing what we do. And I say, you know, I think it's that time. And we're kissing and this and that. And she says, oh, I'm a virgin and I'm scared. And I immediately, I just let out a light chuckle. I was like, that's okay. We ain't gotta do this. I'm not, bro, look. Here's the gentlemanly thing to do. You always have to think, what is the most gentlemanly James Bond? What would James Bond do? If a girl said to James Bond, when things are getting steamy, I'm a virgin and I'm scared, you know what James Bond would do? He'd be like, let me make you some tea. That's all right. Come here. Let's cuddle and watch this movie and go to sleep. Don't be, no matter what, never let that slip from your mind. What would James Bond do? We're talking about James Charles, now I'm talking about James Bond. In that moment, the only right thing to do is the right thing to do. I sound like fucking, what's his name? You can only do the right thing. Never be the guy who's trying to pressure or go, oh, but maybe we can just, or maybe if you could just give me some head. Never be that guy. Never be that guy. It'll be better off for you in the end. Trust me, the girl will respect you more, and that's worth more than anything you could hope to gain from that interaction. I feel like the karmic debt of there being beautiful women walking around in the world who have a bad experience or a bad image of you in their head or who hate you, I feel like that's the worst fucking cosmic force that possibly exists, is girls who think you're a scumbag walking around. Never be a fucking scumbag. Always do the gentlemanly thing. When Shorty told me I'm a virgin and I'm scared, I said, that's all right. Let's go to sleep. Why do you even want, if somebody tells you, bro, this is why I don't understand people who are like fucking predators and shit. Maybe this speaks to my ego. Maybe I'm a narcissist. I only want to do it if she wants to do it. That's what makes it fucking enjoyable for me, is that the girl wants me. Why the fuck would you want to sleep with somebody who doesn't even want you? That takes all the fun out of it. Takes all the joy and magic out of it. Even if you could do it. That's why I think prostitution is fucking stupid. It's like, a girl's gonna be like, all right, lays back on the bed, all right, have a go. That's it? I don't want that. You're just doing it because I'm paying you to do it. That doesn't fucking, I want you to want me, bitch. You know? So stupid. So stupid. So anyways, here go James doing the James Bond thing to do. I would love to hang out. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, motherfucker says 30 minutes. So soon, I'm nervous. Haha, for what? You have absolutely nothing to worry about because 1, you don't have to do anything, and 2, you know I'm not going to post anything or tell anyone because I literally can't. You're A-okay. Aw, thank you. You're right. What the fuck? What the fuck is the problem? What the fuck is the problem? The overlay is perfect. So true. MLM folk will always act as if you're saying you're just in this for the money. It's something people would say to a legitimate service person. Be ready for the common business question. Are you just in this for the money? Yep. Same, that's what I would do too. Wait, the busboy is 14 and wants to Netflix and cuddle with him? I don't think he's 14. He said he's 19, right? In the previous screenshot. You'd be surprised, King, says Tretino. Yeah, perhaps. Tretino, do guys do the thing girls do when they're about to get into the shyly... When they're about to get into... They shyly go, I'm scared, with their hands on their face? That's crazy.
This is all shown in the screenshots. Sam showed up at the hotel, we watched the movie together, and we cuddled. After the movie, I asked him if he wanted to kiss, to which he said yes.
Oh. What's that? Consensual? Okay. Tatty, why are you even in my fucking business?
I get to the hotel room, we say hi, it's all fine. We end up watching a movie, and after that movie, he asked to kiss me. I said yes, and we ended up making out.
What's with all the edits, Sam? Tell the story straight. I mean, it's not straight, it's gay, but tell it, you know, you get what I mean.
For around an hour. And
Grace, you didn't expect No More Lies by James Charles to be the greatest video ever, in my opinion, or my favorite? Who's that?
Dark Horse just dropped a bag, 29 Canadian dollars.
With the first bag of the stream, you are that. Thank you so much, Dark Horse. That's fucking amazing. Thank you so much. If you missed the first part of this, you got to go back and watch the whole thing.
And if I'm being honest, he's the worst kisser I've
Renee, you're correct. You are so hot, handsome, man. Just saying, you're so true.
ever kissed. Way too much tongue.
All right, note taken. After making out with Sam for over...
so much respect to James Charles for even putting this embarrassing moment in the video. You're showing clips of the same false allegations or like embarrassing confessions that people are saying about you in your own video addressing it. I mean, how uncomfortable, you know? But what's the alternative? Not saying anything and letting everybody think that you're all these horrible fucking things? You know, again, this guy is 19 at the time of filming this. I'm 29 years old, and this would give me anxiety. I would be uncomfortable having to do a video like this. And I'm a fucking grown ass man who's been through a ton of shit, who's not a fucking, you know, man, the pressure that this guy was under at the time is just so remarkable.
Over an hour, I did invite him to sleep over at the hotel.
And he kept telling me to stay, like, please stay, don't leave me. All this and that, but I really wanted to go home, so I left.
Of course, I wanted to spend more time with him, but he said that he wanted to go home and be in his own bed and think about everything that was going on because it was quite a lot, and I definitely understood and did not blame him. He then left and sent me a message afterwards thanking me for being so understanding, and I told him that—
Oh! Doesn't sound like somebody who is being a fucking predator or trying to turn a straight dude gay. Good night, thank you for everything, smiley face. At 3 a.m. Pleasure meeting you. I would have loved to fall asleep in your arms, but maybe next time. Okay, gay as fuck, but they are gay. What do you want? You're too sweet. Maybe there will be a next time. One can hope. It's a short flight away. And I'm literally James Charles, a multi-bajillionaire. I could take the PJ and fly over to you anytime. Or fly your fine ass. Bro, mind you, this guy Sam was catching a fucking big bag at this moment. Only a gay boy or a hot girl could ever experience this type of serendipity. Think about it. This boy works as a busboy at a restaurant, and a famous millionaire wants to fucking potentially have a relationship with him. It would be absolutely life-changing for this boy, and he's out here acting like a victim. Think about any famous celebrity guy who just starts dating some beautiful girl who's like a model. You never see this happen the other way around. Imagine if, think about it, girls, as soon as they turn 18 years old, if they're beautiful, they have swaths of men of all ages up until age 40 DMing them, wanting to buy them gifts, marry them, get them pregnant, you know, take them on dates, fancy, expensive dates, pick them up in the Benz. As soon as they turn, imagine what that would do to your ego if you were a boy. Imagine if boys, when they turned 18, had a bunch of older, beautiful women in their 20s and 30s who had money and cars and resources and, you know, connections at clubs and restaurants. And as soon as you turned 18 as a boy, your DMs were filled with beautiful women trying to buy you gifts, have sex with you, take you places, bring you on trips, fly you out. I mean, your ego would be so, you'd become insane. You'd become a delusional, insane person. And this is like the average normal experience for a beautiful girl. And that's the experience that Sam in this story is essentially being faced with because he's gay. So once again, I don't know, it's just fucking crazy that anybody could have flipped this into being like a predacious situation when these are two straight boys who are two gay boys who are the same age. Now imagine for a moment that James Charles is instead a 30-year-old famous rapper or something like that. And Sam in this situation is a 19-year-old hot girl who the rapper met working bottle service at some club or whatever. Nobody would even bat an eyelash at this. People would have been like, oh yeah, that's the game. Hot 19-year-old bottle bitch went to go fuck some famous rapper. It is what it is. But all of a sudden, when it's James Charles doing it, now it's some weird, now we have to get all psychological with it. It's like, bro. Oh, a rich, famous dude picked up some person who thought he was hot, and they came over to the hotel and nothing even happened. I mean, you know? Treytino says, are you saying I'm insane? Hilarious. I mean, that's lit if that happened to you, Treytino. Oh, I got consent. He thanked me for everything. It was mutually reciprocated. Talk that shit. You know? He trying to get that gay makeup influencer bag, you know? Not just 40. I'm 44 and still get DMs from young men I'm not interested in because they are too young for me, but I look 27 and they think I'm young, but I'm honest and tell them and they don't care. Surprise. By the way, I'm 29. I remember Tinder came out when I was in high school. I think I was in grade 11. When I was in high school, all the way up until I was like 20, I used to think girls just didn't use Tinder. Because when I was 18, 19, and 20, and I went on Tinder, you know, you set your age range, right? So you set your age range from 18 to whatever age. And then the other people who are in that age range, if they have their age range set to the same thing that you set yours to, you'll show up as potential swipes, right? So when I was 18, my age range would be set from like 18 all the way to fucking 30. Because I was just trying to get what I could get at 18. And I barely saw, I would swipe for a little bit and there would be no more options left. So in my mind, I was like, oh, I guess girls just don't use Tinder. And then as I got older, I realized, oh, actually, it wasn't that girls aren't using Tinder. It's that basically no girls have their age range set to looking for an 18-year-old boy. Because what the fuck is an 18-year-old boy going to do for you if you're a girl, even if you're 18? Think about it. If you're an 18-year-old girl, do you want to date an 18-year-old boy who is not nearly matured as fast as you have physically or mentally, who probably has no muscle, no money, no accomplishments, no cool stories, no experiences, no car, no wisdom, on and on and on, lives with his parents, etc., etc.? Or are you, as an 18-year-old beautiful girl, going to say, oh, what about this 25-year-old guy? What about this 30-year-old guy? Obviously, you get where I'm going. It's just obvious. It's obvious. So now I'm 29 years old. If I go on Tinder, I'll see more girls on Tinder who are 20 than when I was 20, which tells me that girls generally are looking for older dudes. Surprise. And you know what? Yeah, it makes sense. If I look at me at 20 or 19 versus me at 29, it's night and day. I look way better than I did when I was 19. I'm way smarter. I'm way funnier. I have way more life experience. I'm way cooler. I'm way more accomplished. I have interesting stories. I have 100,000 whatever YouTube subscribers. When I was 19, I still lived at home. I had nothing going on. I was a fucking waiter at a restaurant, kind of like Sam in this story. So, Treytino says, I'm looking for older dudes too. There you go. So, how old are you, by the way, Treytino? Not that I'm asking for that reason, but just curious. So yeah, it's just fucking common sense. And anyways, I bring this up to highlight the absurdity of calling James Charles' actions in this situation with Sam predatory, because both these guys are fucking 19 years old, bro. You know?
I'd always be there for him if he needed literally anything. Point being, everything that happened...
Oh, shit. Okay, he stops it. Sorry for cutting it short. I just need to process everything. And thank you for understanding. Oh, more thank yous. Okay. Treytino, you're 29? Okay.
I told him that I would always be there for him if he needed literally...
I literally thought Treytino was, like, younger for some reason. Trey, get that Marco back. I think Treytino probably make more money than me, to be honest with you.
Anything. Point being, everything that happened in the hotel room was 100% consensual, and this is confirmed.
I said yes.
By the only two parties
I love the edits in there. I said yes.
that were actually there, being myself and Sam. After this night, Sam and I continued to talk for the next several weeks. At first, it was really, really great, but I noticed that his feelings towards me and sexuality were kind of wavering quite a lot, and I came to the conclusion that he needed to figure himself out and that I needed to move on because I kept getting hurt. Last important note.
Shame on you, Sam, for making this video and feeling the need to put the comment in about James being a bad kisser. Like, bro, you DM'd him first, and now you're coming for the little clout crumbs. Fuck you, man.
To keep in mind about the timeline of the whole situation. On May 2nd, Sam texted me from his friend's phone saying that he was fully gay and needed to talk.
Hey, it's Sam. You were right. I am gay. I was closeted because of my friends knowing. I wanted to talk. It's not the right time. I get it, but I still want to. Say no if it's a no, but thought I'd let you know that you were right. Whose number is this? Not mine. I have to delete messages, so can you text me? I'm blocked. Huh? And then James says, I'm really happy for you that you've thought about your come to terms with your sexuality. After everything that happened between us right now, I have a lot of things going on in my life that I need to work on fixing. I don't have the time or energy to try to make something work. I don't want to get hurt anymore. Wow. Sounds very predatory of you, James Charles. That's understandable. This isn't my phone, so can you unblock me off IG or text in the future when things get better and you can feel maybe we can talk? Sure. Your number was never blocked and your Instagram is unblocked. It's not about me being ready. It's about you not being ready. It's Sam. Can you talk? I told you earlier your number was unblocked. Why are you still calling me from your friend's phone? You're not picking up.
Talk to me about something important. I called him, and instead of talking about that, he needed to talk to me about something important. I called him, and instead of talking about that, he asked me if I was talking to another guy at the same time that I was talking to him. I was a little bit confused as to why I was being...
Why the fuck are you asking me that, Sam? I'm a famous celebrity. Of course I'm talking to other dudes. What the fuck are you talking about? This is war. This is free market economics. You gotta come make your case. If a girl asks me, swear to God, if a girl asks me, are you talking to other girls? I'll be like, yeah. Why are you fucking... Yeah, of course. Of course I am. How did we meet? We met on Tinder. You think that... Do you think that you're the only girl I've swiped on Tinder? I mean, you swiped on me, didn't you? You think you're the only one who thought Always Marco was the move? Likewise, I don't think that I'm the only guy you've swiped on. I know you're talking to dudes. The fuck? Let's go look at your Instagram right now. Let's go through the following. See who you follow. Let's not play this fucking game. You and I both know what it is. We're both out here trying to pick and choose and see who is the best match. Talking to this person, seeing how we get along. Going on a date with that person, seeing how we get along. And I'm going to choose the one that I think is the best. Why the fuck should that be different for me? Girls have the audacity to ask me this shit like on day one as well. You talk to other girls? Yeah, I do. Sup? Come change my mind. You have equal opportunity as all those girls to prove to me why you're the best. Action. Start now. Go. The fuck?
He asked this, but I did answer him honestly, and then I asked him what made him come to conclusion with everything. To which he said,
I'm the gay Drake, exactly.
Not fully gay. After dealing with this...
See? Listen to this boy. So who's playing with whose sexuality and emotions? Who's manipulating who?
Everything. To which he said, I'm actually not fully gay.
So the motherfucker says in a text message from his friend's phone after being blocked, hey, I'm actually gay. Can we talk? James lets his guard down, says, okay, we can. And then on the FaceTime goes, I'm not actually gay. Fuck you, Sam.
After dealing with this a million times, I was frustrated and I hung up. Just to clarify, so there are no further questions, the point of including this screenshot is not to out Sam. Sam texted me saying he was fully gay, but it was a trap to get me on FaceTime so he could illegally record the conversation to include in the video that he was planning later on. Like I said, at the end of the conversation, I asked Sam how he came to this conclusion, and then he told me he was not fully gay, to which I hung up out of frustration.
Sam, you're never beating the allegations. You fucking made out with James Charles and went to his hotel willingly, bro. Quit fucking playing. There's no point in you trying to, like, finesse this now.
Later on, he texted me saying he was confirmed bi. This is why, in Sam's video, he included a screenshot of me telling him I did not think he was fully straight. This comment had a lot of people really upset and confused.
Exactly. Contextualizing it to make it seem like James was insinuating, like, oh, you're not actually straight. You're gay. Come be gay. Come over to the gay side. When that wasn't the case.
Confused as to why I was telling somebody their sexuality, but there's a very simple explanation. Sam and I talked for a very, very long time, and his sexuality, like I said, wavered a lot. Every time that he was a little bit confused, we had open and honest conversations about it, and he always asked me my input, and I gave it to him. I would never out somebody, and I have never, ever tried to manipulate somebody's sexuality, including his, point blank period. The whole situation that happened with Sam was very, very long and complicated and left both of us very hurt and confused. And through trying to deal with this, I reached out to many of my different friends for
Oh, this is one of the best fucking screenshots of the whole barbecue sauce on my fingers moment. Look what Taddy says on February 21st. Only a week after the whole fucking Valentine's Day birthday dinner, Sam coming over to the hotel. James says, Sam is flying to LA on Saturday. I know, we've been talking every single day since. And what does Taddy say? Taddy says, you're supposed to hook up with the waiter, not marry them. Taddy, you are a disgusting, lying fucking piece of shit bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you, trying to destroy this 19-year-old boy's life with your allegations about him being inappropriate. And actually, it's you who's the one who's being fucking inappropriate. Talking to a 19-year-old gay boy about relationships and dating, period, already makes you the fucking questionable one in the situation to begin with. And then sending texts like this, you're supposed to hook up with the waiter, not marry them? I'm sorry, I was on an innocent halal ting. I told him, hey, no pressure. If you want to come by the hotel, we can watch a movie. And motherfucker pulled up on me, DMing me first. What the fuck are you talking about? Peace out, Joseph. What the fuck are you talking about, Tatty? Fuck you, bitch.
For advice. There was one night in my kitchen where Tati and Sam was very long and complicated and left both of us very hurt and confused. And through trying to deal with this, I reached out to many of my different friends for advice. There was one night in my kitchen.
I like how he didn't even point that out. I like how James didn't even. I would have made special mention of that text from Tatty. Damn.
Where Tati, James, and Gabriel all came over, and I told them the same exact story and showed them the same exact screenshots that all of you guys just saw. After hearing this, like Tati said in her video, Tati and James actually did have a heart-to-heart conversation with me about the boys that I get involved with. They told me that talking to curious guys was going to continue to get me hurt, and that also it could look really, really bad from an outside perspective if somebody tried to manipulate the situation. And
kind of like they subsequently went on to do along with Sam.
For me, this was a major, major wake-up call that I took to heart because I honestly had never thought about it in any other way because I knew that everything that I was doing was always consensual between both me and the boy, and I had receipts to back it up. But I wish I knew at the time that Tati's advice was really a warning because she did exactly what she told me someone else may.
YouTube is so beautiful, man. The fact that a simple video like this of a guy talking into a camera with a white background and some screenshots popping up with no effects, nothing fancy, no sound effects, nothing. 58 million views. This is, I mean, it's just such a perfect video.
Which was tell my story with no details, no facts, and no proof, and twist it around.
Exactly, Specs. That's supposed to be his mom. That's the nickname that he gave her, too. His motherly figure, and she's saying all this.
And
then she has the audacity to question James' actual mom's parenting. You cannot make this fucking shit up.
With no details, no facts, and no proof, and twist it around, and now serious allegations have surfaced that could permanently damage my career. Now, like I said, the talk that happened in my kitchen, I really did appreciate because it was the first time I kind of took a step back and was able to analyze what was going on. And this week has been
unzip that fucking tracksuit, James. Let him know it's fucking game time.
A major eye-opener for me as well. I want to take a brief moment to talk about boys. Boys have obviously been a topic that has been discussed quite in detail on my YouTube channel and social media networks. This is no secret. I wish it hadn't been, but if I'm going to talk about it one last time, I definitely want to be open and honest with you guys, the ones who matter. I came out of the closet as gay at age 12, which is honestly really, really young to kind of figure.
Yeah, and fucking gangster as fuck, too, considering there are dudes who are gay that get married and have wives and kids and are gay for fucking 50 years before they come out.
Figure all of that out. I had two other boys in my school at the time who were gay, but we were all close friends, so nothing was happening there, if you know what I mean. But all my other friends were having their first kiss underneath the playground slide or getting into their first relationship and talking all about it. And for me, I was on
Scott Johnson, that's haram. That's haram. So true.
Pop Tropica and social media networks trying to make friends and trying to find out what else I was interested in. I never really got the opportunity to experiment with love and learn from that as a growing teenager, and I think that that's honestly left me kind of underdeveloped as a person in a lot of different ways.
Fair enough, bro. You're 19 years old, bro. Let him live.
I've been forced to grow up very, very quickly because of the job that I work in social media, which I know I've said a million times beforehand, but love and relationships is something that I have barely any experience in, and I honestly think that that's why I'm a lot less mature than others may be in the situations that I get myself into. I definitely am emotional, and I let that get the best of me sometimes.
Understandable. You're a 19-year-old gay dude. Understandable.
I can be dramatic, I'm reactive, I'm forward, I'm flirty, and these are qualities that I'm not necessarily proud of at all.
Also, you shouldn't be ashamed of them. You're a 19-year-old gay boy. Let him live.
But I can confidently say that with each experience, I'm learning more and more, and I've been able to better myself. But a lot of times, these situations have become public. My own fault, but having millions of people watching you learn can be very, very tricky. When it comes to experiences that I've learned from in the past, a lot of times I've talked about being into straight guys. Now, this conversation is something that has upset and also confused quite a lot of people. So in order to provide a little bit more context,
anyone who's mad at that has never met a gay guy in their fucking life. They all like straight guys.
context, I would like to play a clip from Tati's friend Jeffree Star's video titled The Truth About My Relationship.
I was single for a long time, and the reason why is because I am really not attracted to anyone but what we call in this world as a straight male or a normal dude. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, I am really into straight guys, and I know that is going to not be surprising to a lot of you. So, you know, from just traveling everywhere and meeting dudes all the time and being around that world for so long, I really kind of fell into a trap of always being someone that was kept like the secret. And when you are someone like me who is, you know, I get asked all the time, even every day on my channel, you guys, I get comments, are you a guy? Are you a girl? Are you transgender? Are you trying to transition? What are you? Being someone that is like me, that is a guy that looks like a woman, right? I keep doing this because so many people are not into labels these days, and I love that. I'm all about that. You do you, call yourself whatever you want, whatever you believe in. I think that is the beauty and the freedom of, you know, living, is we can be whoever we want to be. I've always been into straight men, and the problem with that my entire life is I never found real love, because straight men behind closed doors, they love people like me, they love hooking up, they love having fun, they love the relationship as long as other people don't know.
I really like this clip from Jeffree's video because not only is everything in it very accurate, but I honestly feel like he did a great job of explaining a topic that is very confusing and complex and that not a lot of people understand, including me fully, to be honest. Yeah.
It's quite simple. They're attracted to the same type of guys that a girl would be attracted to. Simple.
As a gay man, I am attracted to men, and in the past, whenever I have found a guy cute on Instagram or on social media, I have slid in the DMs with a simple hello or a nice compliment.
They all do this, by the way.
If anybody ever made it clear that they were not interested or were not gay and didn't—
Bro, I get DMs from gay dudes who that are in my like message requests, who repeatedly send me like thirsty DMs, even though I've never fucking responded and they know I'm not gay.
Want to talk, I always apologized for the unwanted attention, and the conversation was put to a halt immediately. I do take full responsibility for sending these messages, and this situation has definitely taught me that sending messages that are so forward and direct like this are unacceptable, and I no longer will do that moving forward.
Bro, if I was James Charles, I would have no trust for anybody. I'd be like, man, I can't even have a fucking relationship, because they're gonna either try to twist it, or they're gonna make it like some weird power dynamic, like I'm a predator type shit or whatever. Which, again, maybe that is the case. I don't know about the other allegations. I'm just talking about this situation.
Forward. A few different guys that I've talked to in the past have since came forward with their stories or posted screenshots of conversations that I had with them, saying that I made them feel uncomfortable. And reading some of them, I honestly felt really, really bad. I reached out to all the boys directly and apologized to them for my actions. But aside from those few guys, people are treating hashtag James Charles' over party as an open invitation to add to the narrative with lies, which is not only harmful to me, but it's also creating very, very dangerous stereotypes around the LGBTQ+ community. For example, Zara Larsson, who's a pretty big singer, tweeted saying that I messaged her boyfriend multiple times knowing he was straight. And this tweet got almost 500,000 likes before it was deleted. In her defense, she did later on say that it was only one message, but it was way too late because the media had already ran with it, saying that I was harassing straight men and wouldn't leave him alone. Had I known that he was dating Zara Larsson, I clearly never would have messaged him in the first place.
Again, Zara Larsson, shut the fuck up. Why are you worried? Unless you're worried that your boyfriend is actually going to get took by James Charles. Oh, so you have a boyfriend, you're a famous singer, and you have a boyfriend who's presumably hot. You're also a rich fucking millionaire as well. Why do you even give a fuck? Guess what, Zara Larsson? Your boyfriend probably receives ample DMs from gay dudes every single day. But again, people wanted to dogpile on this 19-year-old dude because it was like the bandwagon clout thing to do at the moment.
But this is all very hypocritical, considering this is how Zara Larsson found her boyfriend. I'd like to pose a question to you.
Oh, fuck. I love the screenshots. Flipping it on him.
This.
Look at this. Zara met her boyfriend by doing damn near the same thing, and as not even DMing, publicly tweeting, who are you, where do you live, how old are you, why are you so fine, how do you like your eggs cooked in the morning? Ah, interesting.
Is how Zara Larsson found her boyfriend.
James Charles is fucking snatching wigs on this fucking episode.
I'd like to pose a question to you, the audience, and ask, why is it okay for Zara Larsson, a woman with a public platform, to tweet these photos of a shirtless man and say, who are you, where do you live, how old are you, why are you so fine, how do you like your eggs cooked in the morning? But for me, as a gay man, to DM the same person in private with a simple compliment
Exactly. Proceed.
Is predatory. These stereotypes around gay men have been and continue to be very, very harmful to the community and have been historically used to villainize gay men in society. Someone completely fabricated a whole entire story about me touching another boy in a high school urinal, and it blew up. This person came forward a few days later saying that it was a social experiment.
So all you motherfuckers are lying on my name for clout.
But it was too late. People also completely photoshopped Twitter DMs of me reaching out to these people, threatening legal action if they were to tweet more things, when in reality I have literally not even been on social media, and I deleted the Twitter app from my phone. So all these things are just so false and are so fake, and it's truly disgusting. Also, pretty much every boy that I've ever even communicated with at this point is posting screenshots of our conversation to make a spectacle of me. I've dealt with so many fake stories in the past, from Coachella, the fake sex tape, and now this, and I'm done. I'm done being the subject of these bandwagon stories for likes. It's not okay. Now that we've addressed and cleared the air on the boys, let's get back to our timeline, because somehow there's still a whole lot more to this story and more claims as well.
I gotta piss real quick, and I'm not missing a second of this, so hold on, I'll be right back. If I come back and $12 million of donations haven't been dropped, you're all in trouble. All right, I'm back. Are we rich yet? No? Okay.
In Tati's video, she said that she felt she needed to bring all of this to the public eye because people needed to know what's going on behind the scenes, and I truly cannot believe that I'm about to bring up what I'm going to bring up, but I feel the same exact way. On Monday, May 6th, Jeffree posted this tweet to his Twitter, which I instantly started.
Who else has a draft folder of tweets they wish they could send out? I want to keep it so real sometimes about behind the scenes in the beauty community, but I'll let karma do its work like it always does. Okay, chill.
Getting tagged in. After this tweet and a few other ones from him and his friends, I decided to reach out to him and ask if there was something going on that
Jeffree Star acting like, oh no, it's all good. Shut the fuck up, Jeffree.
that I should be aware of. He replied to me,
body after body, the skull and crossbones piling up, yep.
And he said that it was not about me and that it was about another brand stealing his ideas. This message was in a voice memo, which has since disappeared from the screenshot. You'll just have to believe me. I have literally no reason to lie at this point. Even though he said it wasn't about me, I still asked to talk to him, but he said he was unavailable. A few hours later, while I was getting ready for the Met Gala, I got this text from Jeffree.
Fake fucking snakes in the grass. We definitely need to talk soon. Tati and Shane, whoever that is. A few others told me about everything you've said about me over the last 6 months. I'm heartbroken, disgusted, and so sad to hear everything. What the fuck? I've only been a great friend to you and never said anything bad about you behind the scenes, which is obviously not the case for you. I do not talk behind your back and have not talked to Shane literally at all in the last 6 months. I don't want to have a problem with you. I respect you a lot, blah, blah, blah. I'll be home tomorrow in LA from 2 to 8 tomorrow. Then I fly to Australia for a week. If you're available, let's get together and talk in private.
Concerned, but mostly really, really confused, I reached out to him about meeting together in private in hopes to speak together and figure out the misunderstanding, but he didn't reply. 3 days later, still no response. I decided to reach out again, but he was not available to talk.
I can't wait. I can't wait till the day somebody tries to cancel me, and I hope that they better do a really fucking good job faking the shit, because if they're familiar at all with me and my content and you know, how I am and how I respond to fucking lies and deception and how well I debunk shit, I just can't wait. I can't, because I'm gonna keep it so fucking real. I'm not even gonna try to like whitewash or like paint myself as a saint. If a girl ever comes out and is like, yeah, I felt pressured, blah, blah, I'm gonna be like, here's the screenshots, receipt. She wanted to fuck me. She pulled up. We had sex. Sorry, not sorry. Fuck y'all. Fuck them. Fuck them, and fuck them again. You know? It is what it is.
I flew to Australia on May 8th, and on May 10th, hours before my scheduled meet and greet appearance where 5,000 fans were already waiting outside, I was woken up at 4 in the morning by my friend because Tati had just uploaded her video titled Bye Sister. Watching Tati's video, it was very clear to me that my friend was still very hurt, and even though I had already apologized both privately and publicly, I wanted to make a video right then and there with my raw and honest emotions. But because of the time difference, it took me an extra few hours to film the video and get it up, and by the time I was about to hit publish, I received yet another text from Jeffree Star. I've already cleared up Sam and our night together being 100%.
Wow, what is Jeffree saying? Are you going to respond to everything or pull a Manny? I don't know who that is. When you basically trapped Sam in your hotel room in Seattle and psychologically forced him to stay and made him feel horrible for their pennies you spent on the room, I knew something was terribly wrong with you. Jeffree, you know not what you tamper with. You know not the forces you toil with. When Zach showed me the Snapchat message of you trying to force... First of all, Jeffree, mind your own fucking business. Second of all, you're completely misinformed. It's completely horrifying to see you use the same sentences as a rapist would use. Okay, let's get into it then.
100% consensual.
Yeah, gunshot sound effect for real.
He was absolutely not trapped in a hotel room. But Jeffree also brings up Zach. Zach is his boyfriend Nate's brother, and not only did I not pursue Zach, who identifies as mainly straight, but it was actually Jeffree who suggested that I talk to him in the first place.
Hey, Nate's brother is single and mainly straight. Right up your alley.
It's just amazing how sloppily this was done by Jeffree, Tati, and whoever the fuck else. That there's literal video evidence, if not screenshot evidence, video evidence of you guys committing the exact things that you're accusing me of doing. There's a quote, actually. Accuse your enemy of what you're doing. You want to know who says this? The strategy of accusing your enemy of what you were doing, known as accusation in a mirror, was a tactic employed by propagandists like Joseph Goebbels of the Nazi SS. This involved falsely claiming that the target of the accusation is the one who is planning or doing something that the perpetrator is actually doing. Now, I'm not even going to get into it, but accuse your enemy of what you were doing. The point is that this is a tactic that many people use. For example, you see MLMs do this to me. Oh, you're just doing this for money. Oh, you're just a hater. You're doing this for clout. Motherfucker, all you are doing is lying to people for money. But when I put out videos exposing their deception and lies, they say that I am making videos which are full of lies so that I can make money. But actually, that's what you're doing. You're telling people lies so you can make money.
Sounds good.
And he...
Sounds great for me.
And he just moved here. Work.
Zach and I talked on Snapchat for maybe a total of 10 selfies back and forth to each other. He was super, super sweet, but it was very clear to me that he was not actually interested, and the conversation stopped before anything could even get remotely flirty at all. With everything going on, I did not reply to Jeffree's text in the moment. A few days later, on Monday, I woke...
Mind you, this guy is in a hotel in another country and has 5,000 screaming fans waiting for him, and is getting fucking hit from all sides with Tati's fucking false accusation ass video, Jeffree's texts hating on me after literally earlier in the day or the day before, whatever, was saying, oh no, it's not about you. Fucking fake snakes, bro.
I woke up again in the middle of the night from a phone call from my little brother Ian, who was very, very upset. He told me he had tweeted saying, why do people act so tough online about somebody from his hometown who was bullying him? And Jeffree Star, of all people, had quote tweeted Ian's tweet saying, why is your brother a predator? Why did you really move back to New York City? Exactly. Shut the fuck up.
Birdman rubbing his hands together. No, Jeffree, you shut the fuck up.
Many people were quick to call out Jeffree for bullying a kid who had nothing to do with the situation literally at all.
Not only does James Charles' little brother not have anything to do with the situation, Jeffree Star himself has nothing to do with the fucking situation. As a matter of fact, there is no situation.
and he deleted the tweet. After this, I went to check my phone and noticed that Jeffree had texted me a few minutes prior, and I opened my phone to this. I really want to read this text out loud.
I'm getting goosebumps. Chef it up, James.
Just so you all get to hear exactly what I had to read, but also so I don't miss anything. Grayson is going on camera shortly to finally tell the world how you tried to molest him and touch him in his sleep and made him uncomfortable for months, you sick motherfucker. Next, Zach will be going on camera to tell how twisted and sick you were, trying to get him to like you and then make him feel bad when he didn't want to send you photos back.
First of all,
then Sam from Seattle will be joining me and Cameron to talk about you trapping him in his hotel room. You need to be locked in prison for a very long time. You need the internet taken away from you. You are a danger to society.
These are grown-ass people, mind you. Exactly. There's a great saying that I read the other day, which has stuck with me. It said, under peaceful conditions, the warlike man attracts himself. This is a quote by Nietzsche, or however you want to say it. Under peaceful conditions, the warlike man attacks himself. I attribute this in the moment to Jeffree Star, who in this situation, think about it. This guy is literally a fucking multi-millionaire living in LA. Lives a life of better quality than 99.9999999% of all human beings who have ever walked this earth, and is taking the time out to send these messages insulting and threatening James Charles, a kid, by the way, a 19-year-old kid, for untruths. Sam was never locked in the hotel. Zach, I don't know who that is. Zach, we already debunked that, the brother of Jeffree Star's boyfriend. They exchanged 10 snaps, according to James. They're all going to go on camera and expose you. Grayson, whoever the fuck that is saying you tried to molest him and touch him in his sleep. I mean, it's just insane. This guy literally has no even reason to, like, be doing any of this. It's just insane.
As disgusting as it is, I have to admit, bringing up Grayson Dolan was pretty clever. At the height of all these allegations and stories going around, both of the twins unfollowed me, not wanting to be associated, and fans started speculating that the rumors could be as to why. Too bad that aside from our pre-planned collaborative jokes that happened in the Sister Squad videos, me and Grayson flirting.
What up, Brandon C?
Nothing ever happened between us, and when all this went down, I knew Jeffree was lying because the twins were two of the first people to call me and make sure that I was okay.
It's, again, just amazing how sloppy this was. You're saying that people are going to go on camera to expose James Charles, and those same people are hitting up James Charles being like, yo, dude, I hope you're okay. And the Seattle hotel, Sam trapped in the hotel, was demonstrably proven false with the screenshots and Sam's own testimony on camera, and the other person, your boyfriend's brother, who supposedly was James Charles, supposedly tried to make him force him to like him back, was also debunked. I mean, oh my god, bro. Take them for every fucking red cent they're worth, James Charles.
I already mentioned Zach, and I still have no idea who the Cameron Jeffree is referring to in this message is, but he also brought up Sam last, who we also already talked about. Later on that day, though, Jeffree was right. Sam did upload a video to his YouTube channel telling the whole story. He left out almost all the details and included an illegally recorded FaceTime call, which was on May 2nd. Told you to remember that. But even through all of this, he still managed to get the point across that our interactions were 100% consensual.
If y'all are gonna try to come behead the king, at least sharpen your fucking swords, bro.
Next was Jeffree's tweet to my little brother Ian. Now, I did say that this video was going to be solely based on facts, and I of course can't prove what Jeffree was trying to imply here, and I don't want to put words into his mouth. But since it's now open for speculation, might as well clear the air. Ian actually went home for a few different reasons, but it's temporary. He had to get his wisdom teeth taken out, and he's also working on different modeling opportunities in New York City, and I am so incredibly proud of him. But he was also having a really, really hard time in LA. Dealing with a public breakup and negativity online sent him into diagnosed clinical depression, which he is now being treated for, and he wanted to be with my parents.
So not only is Jeffree Star trying to bully this fucking 19-year-old gay superstar James Charles, you're also trying to bully his younger brother, who's presumably a minor, who again is like not even a third party to this. He's like a fourth party. Bro.
Nothing more. Last but finally not least, Jeffree posted this tweet.
There's a reason Nathan banned James Charles from ever coming over to our home again. There's a reason why I haven't seen him since Taddy's birthday in February. He is a danger to society. Everything Taddy said is 100% true. Oh, please.
Claiming he hadn't seen me since February and that Nate banned me from their home. Now, this so-called ban is the first time I'm ever hearing of this, and I just think it's really funny that Jeffree brought this up, considering the fact that he's tweeted me twice in between February and now.
Bodied. Y'all should have at least gone back and checked the fucking texts and receipts first, bro. Love you too, sister, on April 1st. Miss you so much. I'm waiting for your return on April 21st.
Saying that he missed me.
Wow.
Regardless, he ended that tweet by saying I was a danger to society and everything in Tati's video was 100% true. Adding insult to injury, not only did Jeffree text me, but he also went out of his way to text my best friend, Drew, this.
See, Jeffree Star just stirring shit up to try to fucking antagonize James Charles at this point. How do you sleep at night knowing that you enable and support a predator and a pedophile? How's he a pedophile if the dude was the same fucking age as him? Hopefully you seek help very soon and get away from that monster. When he trapped that boy in his hotel room in Seattle and you didn't care about it, I knew you didn't have a soul either. Okay. Jeffree Star calling somebody soulless is really rich on account of Jeffree Star himself looking like a fucking vampire. But anyways.
Lovely message trying to turn him against me. Jeffree's messaging about me both in private and in public was hurtful, defamatory, extremely excessive, but most importantly, literally all based on lies. I wish I knew why he was doing all this, but at the same time, his track record with public feuds makes none of this a surprise.
Yeah, exactly. What's even in it for Jeffree? White knighting to appease who? This is what I mean, bro. Under peaceful conditions, the warlike man turns inward.
Tati made a video telling stories about me and publicly humiliating me, and now I have serious allegations against me that could be detrimental to my career.
That's why, bro, and there was one time 2 years ago, some bitch started posting a bunch of stories about me ranting in her car. Some fat white bitch posting stories about me in her car, saying that I was like, just trying to stir up drama. None of it was even true. It was all fucking nonsense. This was, again, she was like the Jeffree Star of the situation. She wasn't directly involved. She was just trying to insert herself into it. It wasn't even like a thing. And I literally laid there at night thinking in my head, playing out my own version of the No More Lies James Charles video, where I just went through with screenshots and debunked every single claim this woman made. And ultimately, I never ended up making a video out of it, even though it surely would have been some good clout points. And the reason I ultimately chose not to was because I was like, bro, you are a guy who exposes fucking multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar fraud operations, and this is a person who has like 1,000 followers. Who is it really helping? Nobody even fucking... This is a story. She didn't even make a post. It was a story. In 24 hours, it's going to be gone anyways. Who gives a fuck? And of course, this woman was on to the next drama the next day, and the next one the next day, and the next one the next day. So I didn't even bother. I was like, all right. Again, if at least make it worth my time. At least make your smear attack worth my fucking time.
Hello,
being a celebrity like this seems exhausting, yeah.
Not Panda just
Not
dropped
Panda.
a bag 20 Canadian dollars. I'm tired and need to go to bed.
Okay.
Later.
Peace out, legend. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's almost done. And I need to leave soon as well so I can eat.
Future James here popping in again. I've been completely honest with my whole timeline thus far, and I obviously want to keep doing so. So I feel like it is only fair to mention that only within the past few days, pretty much everyone involved with this situation has started to reach out to me in some way, shape, or form. Sam Cook, the boy from Seattle, has called me 9 times and sent me...
Or maybe it was Johnny. Okay, later, Johnny. Oh, see? There was no response. There was no response from the King, James Charles, so they all started getting nervous and sweating and realizing their story could fall apart so easily. So while James is making this video, sharpening his blade, they all want to reach out. I need to talk to you. Everything will be fixed. I promise you I will fix it all. Just give me one call. That's all I ask. Just give me 30 seconds. I made a full apology video. Uh-huh.
different text messages about the situation, trying to make things right. Tati and her husband,
Too late for that.
James, have tried to reach out.
Oh, now Tati wants to reach out. After you made that fucking video trying to leech every fucking drop of goodwill and get the internet to cancel me, right? Trying to flip that power dynamic. Okay.
In order to schedule a meeting, but only through a mutual YouTube rep that we share. And I've also heard from that same person that Jeffrey was open to a meeting as well. This whole thing has just been really difficult for me because throughout the past 3 weeks, literally all I've wanted and all I've asked for was for communication from these people, and I tried really, really hard to...
Exactly. They had to go farm their clout crumbs first, James. No mercy for these people. Execute them all.
To get that, and I didn't. So I declined the meetings because I felt like this was started publicly and it was addressed publicly, and I felt like it was only fair.
Take no prisoners, James Charles. When you destroy completely. No retribution. Do not allow for The Godfather 2 to play out. The retribution. When Vito Corleone sees his father and his brother killed by the evil crime boss of the neighborhood and then leaves with his mother to Ellis Island in New York and grows up and becomes a man and becomes Robert De Niro, and then comes back many years later when he's unrecognizable because the boy has grown into a man, and he comes there and stabs you in the stomach and slices it across. Destroy the whole family.
For me to address this publicly as well, before meeting behind the scenes.
Exactly. It's only fair. They wanted to smear you in public and not give you the audience to have a private conversation so that they could get their fucking videos out. And now they want to meet before you have a chance to put your video out so they can convince you not to make a fucking video. Fuck them.
And talking further. That sucks to say because I still have love for these people, and I hope that one day we all can sit down together in a meeting for closure, and also to discuss how in the future, if problems do come up, we can talk in private with only us involved. But right now I just need time and space to kind of get my head back to where it needs to be and get my mental health back together before I kind of rekindle those friendships. Because
fair enough.
Everything that happened still really, really hurt. And I like wouldn't wish what I went through upon even my worst enemy, no matter how angry I was. I've always tried to use my platform to spread positivity, but I feel like at this point it's my responsibility to be honest with you guys and tell you that the last few weeks of my life has literally been the most painful time that I've ever had to deal with.
And you haven't aged a day, James, and you're still glammed out on these hoes, doing your makeup better at 19 as a boy and more convincingly as a boy than fucking Tati as a grown woman.
And my head and brain for a hot minute went to a place so dark that I didn't think that I was going to come back from.
Okay, bit dramatic, but go on.
And I can't believe I just admitted that on camera.
Okay, not that deep.
People always say that being a social media influencer is an easy job. And this is something that I've talked about time and time and time again on YouTube. We get it. But I don't think any human being ever is prepared mentally or physically to deal with the pain and anxiety of what it feels like to have millions and millions of people attacking you at one time.
That's a fucking fact, bro. That is a fact.
Having to read the hundreds of thousands of tweets and the YouTube videos and the articles about me.
And the lawsuits. Me inserting myself.
And my character and my family. Based on things that were almost all lies. Like, it messed me up. It messed me up is the best way that I can put it. And through all of this, I've learned that if I can get through this, I can get through anything. Joining in on bandwagon hate and cancel culture is incredibly toxic, and it's very concerning to me that as a society we're becoming okay with guilty until proven innocent instead of the other way around. I truly hope that everyone who participated in this, whether it be fans, influencers, drama channels, or credible news sources, take the time to think about your words and the impacts that they may have on others, because I assure you, and I promise you, it's a lot stronger than what you may think. Right now, I have a lot of positive changes that I want to work on in my life. First and foremost, I really want to focus more on spending time in person with the people that I love and care about the absolute most, and I also have a lot of work to do in terms of getting my mental health back to where it needs to be. What's now, you guys ask? My parents and little brother just got to LA this morning, and we all got to hug and be together as a family for the first time in a while, and all my closest friends that are not on my payroll, may I add, are all here too. We're celebrating my birthday next week. I'm turning 20. Gross. Many of you guys noticed that the Sisters Apparel website was down. I was so excited about a lot of the things that we had coming very soon, and just the line in general. I am so grateful for all of your guys' love and support on it. It was really fun to work on. I also love the team that I worked on it with, but unfortunately I had to sever ties with Killer Merch. I just don't see a world that exists where I could ever be in business with a team ran by someone like Jeffree Star.
Facts. Cut that fucking money faucet off from him after all the shit he did. He doesn't deserve it. None of these people deserve it. You're James Charles. You're a young fucking gay makeup prodigy. All these people eat off of your plate. Never forget that. Jeffree Star. How many followers does he have? 15 million, and let's see, how's he doing?
What?
Hasn't even posted in 6 months. Okay. And James Charles, 24 million. James, you've eclipsed all of these people. You've stood the test of time, and time has told the truth. Time has told the tale.
If you placed an order on the website before it went down, everything will still be fulfilled. Don't worry, you'll get your items. And if you had a gift card beforehand, make sure you hold on to it, because the balance will be valid.
Exactly. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Pussy boy.
Whenever we reopen, because we are coming back, I promise. In regards to the Sisters tour, which I've gotten quite a lot of questions about, despite the ticket scandal, we are almost completely sold out nationwide, and that is mind-blowing to me.
Yep. Y'all tried to come for me, and my bag just got bigger.
I'm so grateful.
Eat my fucking ass.
I know there's been a lot of emails and speculation. As of right now, I unfortunately do not have a full answer on what is happening with the tour, but I will have an update for you guys by the end of this week, I promise. Going on tour has been a dream of mine for so long now, and I really want this to happen. I just feel like meeting you guys, and hugging you, and just getting to thank you face to face.
What do you mean a tour? Like he's a rapper? Like what does a makeup influencer even do on a tour?
What you've done for me is exactly what I need in my heart right now, but at the same time, tour's a lot. And it's a big commitment, and I want to make sure that I know what I'm getting into, and that when I walk on stage every night, it's with a genuine smile, and you guys can feel that, and you're able to smile as well. So I'll keep you posted. As for my YouTube channel, I decided that I'm going to be taking some much needed time away from content production. On my last few videos, I've definitely noticed quite a lot of comments talking about my ego or my attitude getting the best of me and getting to my head, and I appreciate the constructive criticism and feedback, and after a lot of reflection, I think you're right.
Wow. And then still after this, to be like, you know what, maybe I am getting too crazy, even though I'm literally a fucking 19-year-old millionaire, which would drive anybody in my shoes, not even a gay melodramatic dude, anybody in my shoes would be driven to the point of complete unabashed narcissism. And I'm still having the self-awareness and humility to be like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna take a break for a bit, I'm gonna slow down on the bags, you know, I'm gonna do some reflecting. Is crazy.
I've lost focus, and that sucks so much, but I want to get back to it so badly, and I want to get back to my original goal when I have no motivation other than just creating original content, and that'll happen for sure.
Oh wow, I was correct the whole time, and I'm getting more bag than I was before? Huh.
And I already have some great ideas in the works, but it's just going to take a little bit of time. As for my other social medias, I pledged to myself that I'm going to try to power down as much as I can. I'm sure I'll be checking here and there, of course, but I do really want to focus more on in-person time and the people around me that are loving and caring. And that includes all of you guys. Whenever I do come back, I don't know when it is, but I just cannot wait to show you guys a better version of me.
I love it. I love this video so much because this is the opposite of an apology video. This is they tried to throw me to the wolves. Come on, bro. Throw me to the wolves and I'll come back with some pelts, you know? They thinking they lions and tigers and bears. I go hunt and put heads on my fireplace, as Drake said.
I want to end this video today with two things, an apology and a thank you. To my sisters, I'm sorry if I disappointed you.
And a sook me.
And I'm really sorry that you had to watch all this go down. You saw a side of me that I'm really not proud of and that I know I need to work on changing. And trust me, I will be. I recognize the fact that I haven't always been the best role model, and that sucks. I've tried.
He did body his makeup in this too, yep.
But I will try way harder. But also to my sisters, thank you. Thank you for the messages and the tweets and the emails and the comments that I've received over the past week, making sure that I was okay. And the same thank you goes out to all the fans that were concerned, but offer constructive criticism in hopes that I'd be better. It does not go unnoticed, and you guys helped fill my heart with love when I truly didn't think anything would be able to. The same thank you also goes out to all my influencer friends that reached out to me in private to make sure I was okay during all of this. When it felt like the entire world hated me, it was really comforting to know that there were other people that understood the situation that were willing to show their love. I know
Sugar Bear Hair caught the biggest bag off of this. I hope Taddy's fucking Halo Cosmetics went under. Halo Cosmetics. Which one is it? Which one's hers? Fuck, man.
You know who you are, and one day I'll make sure that all of you guys know who.
It was too. He talks too fast for the double speed for most of it, to be honest, Tratino.
They are as well. I think that is all I got at this point. Thank you for watching if you made it all the way to the end, and in the spirit of turning something negative into a positive, bye, sister.
Woo!
Put your pussy lips on live, I'll give you 1,000.
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets.
Crazy. Now do you understand? Now do you understand why I think this video is so good? Now do you understand why this is my favorite YouTube video ever? This is a masterclass in how to handle it. Halo Cosmetics was sued by AT&T's business partner, or Taddy's business partner. Taddy and her husband stole the idea from him. I love it. I love it. My Mount Rushmore is me with 4 different expressions, as Drake said. It's just, you know. Keep trying me. Keep fucking playing with me. I'm James Charles, bitch. What up, Burger Baron? We finished it. We finished the video. Just crazy, man. It's this pose. What's pose? Bodied. Got to take some notes. It's universally agreed in the drama community too. What's pose mean? With the hair of a god and the body of a demon, I maintain humility. I am no gift to women. Who said that? That's hard. Daddy is so relevant. And I mean, again, I'm not even at all, I have no knowledge of the drama, the makeup community, the drama community. I don't know. To this day, there's still not another Jeffree Star video that I've ever watched. I don't know anything about it or him. Okay? It's just that it's such a great case study. You better thank a union member. It's such a great case study of how to handle it that if you're actually not in the wrong, stand on business, let the screenshots speak for themselves, and make everybody fucking rue the day that they ever questioned you. Now, it seems that James Charles has had some new controversy, which I honestly, like, back biceps look huge. Thank you. Thank you. I'm on that bulk right now. You can't really tell, honestly. I honestly don't think I look any different. I thought I was looking better when I was actually fatter in like 2022, 2023. Liam, my boy who I train with, who's a bodybuilder, tells me I've made progress, but we'll see. He says I need to bulk for a few more months and then I'll cut and then I'll look crazy, so we'll see. Marco's next infiltrating is on Halo Cosmetics. Yeah, so true. You got me. So true. Yeah. Well, appreciate y'all watching. This was like a little bonus stream, you know. Thank you, ZMFK. So with it. Add James to the Mount Rushmore of Grim Reapers. 50 Cent, James, CoffeeZilla, and maybe me. So yeah, y'all have a good night. I appreciate the support. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that teleprompter today. And yeah. Thank you guys. Infiltrating a pyramid scheme soon come. All right? Never fuck around. Fuck around and find out, is what I should say. Love that video. Peace out, y'all. Thank you. Peace.